Welcome to Blake Street Banter, where one of us knows what the word banter means. The other three are just along for the ride. And we are on day 2 of Tyler's Christmas and Lewis's worst day of his life. And then Isaac is just along for the ride for sure. But you guys absolutely dominated day 1. We're here the entire time, all the way through. How do you think the day went overall, Lewis, in the grand scheme of things? Has the podcast going live for it? Not really draft stuff. Just how was yesterday overall, especially in the baseball world?
I mean, yeah, you said it was Tyler's Christmas, and you can't go wrong with Christmas, so it went great. And then, no pun intended, but we got holiday, so can't really beat that.
Tyler, what's your takeaway?
I mean, yeah, Ethan Holiday. I really like the second and third picks, JB Middleton and Max Bellew. I just tweeted JB Middleton stat post. So for those tuned in right now, go check that out. We're staying on track today, getting all the information out. So.
Yeah, you won't find it anything deeper or quicker on Rockies Media than what Tyler's about to put out there. Plan on going through at least round 10-ish is kind of the goal. We'll see where the day takes us. So buckle in for the next 7 picks for the Colorado Rockies. Isaac, who are you excited that we got yesterday other than Ethan Holiday?
Other than Ethan Holiday, I'm going to go with our guy, I'm blanking, the pitcher, JB Middleton. I really like his arsenal. He has 3 above average pitches and just showed some really exciting stuff, especially from a second overall pick. I don't know. I think he's going to be a dog.
Yeah, we were talking a little bit off air. The things I was reading about JB was his makeup. Like, he is the grinder type. 500th ranked overall, perfect game in high school to second overall or second round draft pick literally 3 years later is pretty impressive. And he did that at Southern Miss in his home state, didn't transfer, didn't do any of all that. So there's something about that makeup that you just get excited for. I mean, like last year, like kind of what Isaac was just referring to there, Brody Brecht, like his tweet. What was his masterful tweet? Oh my gosh, I'm blanking.
Good.
Yes,
good.
Sir, good. Yeah.
Good. It's just like, all right, that's the makeup we want. And I don't know, JB Middleton. Don't see a lot of him on the social, but just from what I've read this morning, there's a dog mentality, a dog mindset there that I think all Rockies fans, especially me, can dive into. I'm excited for that. But we are here today, day 2. Rockies pick is coming up real quick. I think they have the 3rd pick today. No, 4th pick, because it's 1, 2, 3, 4 the rest of the way. So 107th overall. What do you mean
2 every round?
You get 2 every round?
Well, no, we're pick 2 every round, not 4.
Yeah, the lottery only is for the first round, and then it just goes back to Rockies suck. So they're basically second every round.
I don't know how I didn't know that.
I mean, it's a weird little wrinkle.
Okay. That would make sense why we had 74 and 77 yesterday, because we had the competitive balance and then the one right after, whatever the numbers were. That makes way more sense. All right. Heard it here first. I'm an idiot, as you probably already knew as you're listening. But 107, pick number 2, right after the Sox. Tyler, you're up. Who are some names that we're looking at? I know Mike's got some hidden gems that didn't get drafted in day 1 ready to go. Isaac probably has a few as well. But Tyler, who's the guy right now that the Rockies should be kind of going for?
I mean, there's 3 college hitters that I'm circling in on. And I think Lewis mentioned one of them off air, so I'll leave that one for a sec. But Gavin Turley from Oregon State and Corbin Dickerson from Indiana, both outfielders, really loud tools. So, and then Lewis, I'll throw over to you for that other college infielder.
Yeah, hopefully it's Grant J, catcher outfielder from Dallas Baptist. He hits bombs. The hit tool is gonna be questionable. One of the few guys that I actually know good about. And that's left on the board. I don't know if that's who you thought I was going with there, but I did mention him off there, and he'll be fun to watch as he hits bombs.
I thought you were going to say Daniel Dickinson, actually, from LSU. So Daniel Dickinson I thought was going to be a top 50 pick going into the season. So I really like him. That'd be a fun one.
Who's the cat, Isaac, from Oregon that didn't get drafted yesterday? That was
Where is it? Mason Neville. He was MLB Pipeline's 35th ranked prospect, and he's still yet to be drafted. So I'm wondering what's going on there.
Tyler had us mocked, him mocked to us for a couple mock drafts, so should be a point of fit.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's going on there. Like, it really must seem like he's going back to college, but I don't know why he would. I think he's a junior in college, so the MLB Draft Tracker has him like flagged as like a high schooler, which is funny because when you're looking at it, you're like, oh yeah, high schooler, he's still on the board, he's not going to get drafted, and it's like, no, he played 3 years at Oregon.
That is interesting. Is there another Mason Neville or something close? Or
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
No. Okay. I mean, why would a guy's stock drop that much? Like, we're 100 picks later.
Yeah, it seems more like he like wants a lot of money and is going to go back to college otherwise.
Yeah, so maybe the NIL money is a little bit more than whatever that signing bonus would get, especially now. Like, if you're not going the first 2 rounds, like what is a guy's bonus usually, like second round pick, mid second?
That'd probably be like 1.5 million. So I mean, I don't think he gets that NIL for baseball, but
no.
Interesting stuff. We'll get a story on that, I'm sure, that today. I mean, we'll see if he gets drafted early. If not, he's going to go back to school.
Yeah, the picks right now are around 700K slot value. So you would have to probably go over slot, I'm assuming, to convince him to not go back to school.
Right. Now it's like, all right, no, I'm good. Like, I'm sure there's some NIL money in Oregon. Like, Oregon's a baseball powerhouse up there. Oh, just interesting. Always curious about that. Like, we saw with Shedeur Sanders in the NFL draft, like, huge drop. I mean, this isn't Shedeur Sanders, but it's just interesting how these go. And there's so much in play with the slot, over slot, under slot money. Tyler, correct me if I'm wrong, but is the Ethan Hedges pick yesterday kind of an underslot pick that sets up for big moments in round 4, 5, 6 here for the Rockies?
I think so. I mean, he's a junior, so it wasn't like Blake Wright last year we saw drafted was a senior. So that was, you could be very certain at the moment he was drafted that was underslot. I mean, Hedges has some tools that I think teams like, but I would think Rockies probably saved a couple $100,000 there that'll go towards Ethan.
They got to make up that money for Ethan because, yeah, that makes sense. I didn't think about that. I just figured since Ethan dropped, we saved a little bit of money since we got him at 4th, but probably not how that works.
Yeah, I think what happens there is the Rockies gave him the amount of money he wanted, and he kind of told other teams to. Maybe not told other teams, but he told other teams, here's my dollar amount, and they didn't want to hit it. So I think the Rockies met that number.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Isaac, is it surprising at all who went first overall yesterday? Or was that kind of expected?
I mean, like, there were like whispers about who was going to go first overall, but there wasn't like a set in stone guy. And I mean, like, to his power, like, Willits is a solid shortstop, really solid prep shortstop, and 17 years old. I see where the Nationals were thinking. What I'm most confused about is the Angels going with Tyler Bremner number 2 still. He was the Pipeline's 18th ranked prospect, and being picked number 2 is just kind of questionable when you have guys like Cade Anderson, Liam Doyle, Seth Hernandez, all arguably better pitchers being drafted ahead of.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to interrupt you though. Sorry. The Rockies pick just came in, but the feed I had up was not the right feed. I told you it wasn't Isaac. Riley Kelly out of UC Irvine has been drafted by the Colorado Rockies. 139th prospect on MLB.com, was once drafted by the Diamondbacks in 2022 in the 20th round. One of his highlights is his upper 70s curveball, which I don't know if I like that as the best pitch, but we've talked about it before. You're not really drafting a player on what they have now. You're drafting on what talent they can become. So again, off of MLB.com right now, he started 12 starts last year, 3.7 ERA, 66 innings pitched, 70 strikeouts in that time. Walk rate seems a little high with 32 walks in those 66 innings. and a whip around 147. So, Tyler, you're gonna have to do your thing here. Sell me on Riley Kelly out of UC Irvine in the 4th round here.
I mean, I like the stuff I'm seeing so far. He's coming from a higher release. I mean, in some ways, think Brody Brecht without the same power, higher slot. But he's really getting downhill, and that curveball, it breaks a ton, and it comes in super, super steep. So it can be a ground ball pitch, weak contact pitch, all the above. Curveball had a 75% ground ball rate against it. So that thing's getting put on the ground a lot. Fastball is going to sit like 91 to 94. So he's not a super high power guy, but there's good ground ball stuff to be had there.
All right. And I mean, the Rockies are probably going to diversify their portfolio today with that kind of stuff. How does he differ from our other arm, JB Middleton? I mean, JB Middleton's fastball is solid. It can carry, it can rise, it can do all the things. He has a nice little slider as well. Middleton does. So, I mean, we're obviously looking at fastball slider compared to a low fastball curveball type thing. But I guess how do you see the Rockies kind of panning this out over the next few years as they try to develop each of these guys? I mean, 4th round pick is pretty high still. Like, we have some expectations for this.
And I think Middleton's a little bit more of that prototypical pitcher, like going to attack you with velocity, with stuff. And Riley Kelly absolutely is stuff, but I think he's a little bit more working just the downhill plane more so. His fastball does have some really, really good life on it as well. And something to throw out, that curveball it averages 3,000 RPM. So that's one of those breaking balls that's going to just break no matter what. I think teams love to go get guys that can spin a breaking ball. They might mess with the shape a little bit like that. So,
all right. So we have a big curveball guy, big spin guy. Jackson Cox was the last one. I wasn't around for last year's draft, so I don't know if there's Isaiah Copay, a big spin guy, spin rate guy. Jackson Cox, big spin rate guy. So I'm going to throw in Riley here in that spin route there. But all right, so we're going, and it's already 111th pick, so this is going to go fast. So we have about 15 minutes before probably around the next pick. It's going to be fun. Isaac, give us a trivia question. I know you have one or two ready to go as we kind of wait for our first guest coming in.
How fun do you guys want it to be?
Let's
You want to start off
fun
fun
or
or
fun.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I want to do a fun one. So the 2018 brawl between the Rockies and Padres, where Nolan Arenado rushed towards Luis Perdomo after throwing at him. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Can you guys name the 3 Rockies players that were ejected after the brawl?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Okay.
Wait, let me see. Nolan Arenado brawl video.
I think I want to say Ian Desmond. I don't know if that's right.
It's not. It's not.
He feels like a guy that would jump out there for the guys, but
DJ LeMahieu?
No.
I'm just looking at stills of the. No, this is a different brawl. I don't know.
One was an outfielder. One is a starting pitcher.
Herman Marquez.
Yep. It's one of them.
Outfielder. What year was this? 17?
was it possibly Charlie?
2018. Not Charlie Blackman.
No way.
No, Charlie.
Gerardo Parra was. Oh, I just said it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see. Parra's hit up in the stills here.
Yeah.
Cargo's holding Otto back. There's one more.
No, it was just those 3.
That's awesome. Parra was all like a player's player. Like that guy was liked.
I totally just gave it to you guys.
It's fun to think that was a good time in Rockies baseball. So
yeah.
They were competitive. They were fun. Yeah, Parra has his silver hair in the pictures.
Did he jump on somebody? I feel like I remember watching a video of him just jumping on a random Padres player. I don't know.
I mean, there's a high probability that happened. Yes.
Right. With Riley Kelly, the guy we just picked, I really like his changeup too. It tumbles pretty hard in on right-handed hitters. So I think it's a really solid 3rd pitch to have as a starting pitcher. what I'm seeing.
You find anything fun, Tyler?
On Kelly.
Yeah. Anything else that we should find?
I'll get a little. I like the change up too. I'll get more out there on the recap. I'm sending out an Ethan Hedges tweet from yesterday because I forgot to. So in a sec, I'll be fully caught up. I'll drop another nugget in about 5 minutes.
All right. We can work with that. All right. We are joined by Rockies Media here. Isaac, we'll see you in a little bit. And we are joined by Christian Saez from Rockies DNVR. What up, big dog? How you been?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
We're doing all right. Tyler's in his element. This is his Christmas. He's just having a good old time right now. But I understand. I don't know. Let's just get into a day one recap from your perspective. I have my own little take, and I'm just gonna throw it out there. I don't know if I whole 100% believe my take, but I'm gonna throw it out there and see what you respond with. But how do you feel the Rockies did yesterday, and did Billy Schmidt just save his job?
That's a great question. I think the Rockies crushed it yesterday. I mean, I posted on social media, how would Rockies fans grade yesterday's draft? And I think the majority, if not everyone's responses were positive. A lot of people were given A's, A minuses. Like, I think everything was pretty good. And I think Major League Baseball draft is tough just because, after that first round, the picks become a little more obscure to the casual fan. So you start to hear these names and you're like, I've never heard of this person before. But I think just the fact that they were able to land Ethan Holiday at number 4, the nostalgia that comes with that, but also just the sheer fact that he's an incredible baseball player and that he was able to fall kind of into your lap and the Rockies, picked him, called his name. That to me is enough to get people excited. That's exactly what the Rockies needed. I don't know if I'd go as far as to say it saved Bill Schmidt's job, but I do think it was a win. And so we've officially moved to 23 wins on the season now for the Rockies as of yesterday because of that.
Right. You can't go wrong with the pick of Ethan Holiday. And I really like the makeup of the Middleton kid. We just got done talking about him in the second round. Blau, I think, is going to be a hidden gem, like a former Big 12 first team All-American in 2024. I think he's going to be a dog that people need to keep an eye out.
Is that how you pronounce his name, by the way? Because I was trying to figure that out because I'm looking through old clips and stuff, and I felt like everyone was saying his name differently.
For this moment in time, because I want to win. I want to be right. That's how I'm going to say we say it. Blau.
All right.
I heard it, same thing. I was listening to a whole bunch of different clips and right, I don't want to mess this up, and they all said it differently. But they were on the MLB broadcast last night, and Dan O'Dowd corrected whoever said it, and O'Dowd just went off about the pick. So O'Dowd likes Blau a lot, so that's where I'm going to go with it. But I think the Rockies had an A draft. Like, I don't know where you can kind of pick where they went wrong with what they need, with who they drafted, and where they went through. But Tyler, I guess I don't know if I actually asked you what your grade was for yesterday as our local expert here, but did they win 2, 3, 4 there?
We'll have to see the bonus on Hedges, like we were talking about, whether that was truly an underslot pick or not. But between Middleton and Bellew, that's how I'm gonna stake my flag on that pronunciation. I think that's right. Those picks to me were very, very solid. I mean, Middleton, you can make a case he's one of the 10 best pitchers in the class. And then Bellew was a top 40 prospect by pretty much every outlet. And you get to snag him with pick 74. So really good value there, it seems. 5-tool outfielder, some Jared Thomas vibes there. I would give it overall day one like a A-. I won't go I think it's hard to go higher than that, really. So
was Bellew the guy that hurt his wrist, and that's why we feel like he dropped a little bit? Because I was hearing, he could have been a top 40 pick. And so to see the Rockies snag a guy like that, and just watching some of his highlights and stuff, I mean, he was the guy who had the, almost pretty much walk-off home run to secure the SEC title. I mean, like, he's got some pop. I'm excited to see him.
Yeah, there's definitely some game in there. And the thing I like about it, what I keep reading about, is like he's more of a contact over power guy. Hopefully I'm not wrong in saying that, Tyler, which we kind of need in the Rocky system. That's kind of why I'm big on, I like Sterling Thompson. I like Adele Amador. I don't want the big swing and miss. And I mean, we've all referenced it a little bit with Ethan Holiday, and this is where my take is coming into play. I'm a little worried about that, not because of Ethan Holiday, the baseball player. And I think it's the Colorado Rockies with the history of high school prospects that there is just a long time for these guys to develop. Granted, Zach Veen didn't have Matt Holiday as his father. Drew Romo doesn't have Matt Holiday as his father. I know you referenced it yesterday on your podcast when you were talking about it, but Kyle Karros had Eric Karros. Like there's that major league pedigree that kind of goes along with the Holiday name. And the fact that Holiday has history with the Rockies might hold a little bit more weight. Like, yo, I'm telling Ethan to do this. I need you guys to step away. Like, all right, we'll kind of get into that. But my biggest concern is just the fact that the Rockies don't have a great history with high school prospects. And you could probably go down the line. All those high school prospects have been injured super earlier in their development and are constantly injured. Is that because of what the Rockies are doing? Is that because of the young 18, 19, 20-year-old makeup? I don't see it happening in other organizations. I don't know what it is about high schoolers and Colorado Rockies because it's not at altitude just yet. But that is my biggest concern with the Ethan Holiday pick, where I think a Jamie Arnold via Arquette would have been a much safer play. So, yeah, I don't know. Rebuttal. What are your thoughts on that take? I don't know.
Yeah, I see. It's interesting because I've kind of been in the camp for a while of I don't think the Rockies should overdraft on pitchers. And I know, you look at the Rockies' actual roster and you say, well, of course we need pitching, right? Pitching has always been something that the Rockies need. But I feel like the formula that makes sense to me is if you can draft enough quality bats and you get Colorado, the Rockies, the big league team, back to a place where they're offensively staying in games, they're offensively leading in a lot of categories in baseball where it's like this becomes a destination to play. I think it shifts a little bit of that narrative of pitchers don't want to come pitch in Colorado. There's always going to be a little bit of that narrative that pitchers don't want to come in Colorado, but I just don't trust the Rockies to like draft and develop pitchers. And so I would rather them draft and develop, hitters, guys who can get on base, guys who can hit the ball, a long way. And then over time shift the narrative to where they can bring in pitchers who have already been drafted, already been developed in other more competent, pitching development organizations and bring them in to the Rockies. And that's a very long-term formula. But I just have such a hard time with the Rockies, overdrafting on pitchers. And so I'm kind of okay with them going with the big bats or guys, even like Ethan, who have the potential to swing and miss, but can hit the ball a long way. So I was okay with that. But it is also still something that, is a concern. And like you said, it helps to have Ethan, Matt Holiday as your dad helping you out. But it's still there in the back of our minds until we're proven wrong.
Right. And that's the thing. I like the game plan you had there. So when that GM position opens up potentially in a few months, we'll just make sure we send Dick an email about Christian Saez being up for the GM job with the long-term plan that you just laid out here. And we'll just send him this clip and we'll see how that goes for you all.
I'll do it for significantly cheaper than anyone else would. So yeah,
there we go. You heard it here, Mr. Dick. You heard it here, Mr. Dick Monfort. Like he's cheap. He's got a plan. He's ready to go. But I don't know, so we see the Rockies at the trade deadline always send these reliever arms to get back some young prospect arms. I think kind of like what you're saying, I think there could be a mold in there where we're bringing back some bats this time. Like I really like our prospect pitching. Like there's a lot of talent across the board, just beyond Gabe Hughes, Brody Brecht. Like there's some dogs down below that could be a solid 3, 4, 5 starter coming up. But like, why aren't the Rockies moving for bats now? Like, give me a AA, AAA bat that's major league ready, almost major league ready, that we can just put in there and see what kind of happens, instead of doing the whole, hey, this is a minor league free agent in February that we're going to bring in. So I'm kind of curious if there's any kind of movement with that trade deadline coming up. Just going to kind of like what you said, kind of mix and mingle those two philosophies.
Yeah. I mean, you're preaching to the choir, because I definitely agree. And I know, again, you look at the Rockies roster and you're like, we need pitching and hitting. But I think what feels worse, or at least maybe this is just my perspective, is I feel like, pitching has held its own at certain moments of the season. There's been games where you've gotten a good start out of Herman, you've gotten a good start out of Kyle Freeland, and you felt like you were in a position to win. And the bats are just awful. Your guys can't hit with runners in scoring position. The power isn't there aside from maybe one or two guys. The strikeout rate is so high. And if there's like one specific aspect I can point to about the Rockies where I'm pulling my hair out more than others, it feels like it's the offense or lack of offense. So just from my perspective, I look at that and I'm like, you've got to fix that first. Pitching is always going to be something that you struggle with, most likely just because of the nature of playing in Colorado. So fix the things that you can control, like getting a competent offense put together. And then once you have a foundation of an offense like we've seen in 2017, 2018, 2007, 2009, once you get that offense in place, then you can kind of circle around and try to sign some free agents or make some trades to bring in pitchers and kind of supplement that. But I look at their offense and I'm like, I just can't stomach this offense, you know, compared to some of the other parts of of the roster.
Yeah. Isaac, what are your kind of thoughts on that? Do you agree, disagree with Mr. Saez over here?
I agree with Saez of the nature. I'm sorry, I wasn't really listening.
I knew you weren't.
I was doing some research.
How do you fix the Rockies?
Yeah.
How do you fix the Rockies?
Me? Do a good job at finding pitchers that aren't gonna blow you away in a traditional standpoint. We saw Brent Suter in 2 years ago be one of the best relievers in baseball, and he throws 88 miles per hour. You can build a good foundation as a pitching staff with untraditional guys, and I think that the Rockies can do that. I've theorized this for a while, and I don't think it'd be overly expensive. So if the Rockies want to spend less money on those untraditional pitchers and move that money towards position players and free agency if available, I think that's like a solid way to go about things. I don't know if I copied Christian. I don't know if him and I have the same exact idea of how to rebuild the Rockies, but that's what I'm thinking.
Well, one of those guys, you think of like kind of non-traditional pitchers that have had success. I mean, Zach Agnos is not a guy who, I mean, he could get up there in the high 90s, but he's a mid 90s with good, movement on his fastball, a nice little, kind of sink piece. Like he has good ground ball stuff, and we've seen that it can work at Coors Field and, with the Rockies, especially at the beginning of this year. So I agree with you. I don't think it necessarily needs to be a Chase Dollander who's throwing 99 miles an hour and just blowing everyone away. And I also think just the nature of baseball nowadays, Chase Dollander, I think his biggest struggle when pitching with the Rockies is the fact that he throws really hard. You get up to the big leagues, everyone can hit 99 miles an hour, and you realize, you haven't learned how to kind of rely on your other stuff to get guys out. And so I think a non-traditional pitcher could possibly thrive at Coors Field just because they've already kind of gotten used to having to find creative ways to get out. So I'm with you on that. I agree.
Yeah, and that's where I think the Rockies are doing a pretty good job in the minor league system of diversifying all these arms. Like you have Gabe Hughes, who's going to sit mid 90s with a nice little slide piece coming up probably this year. We'll probably see Gabe Hughes soon. Brody Brecht is going to be insane with his changeup fastball combo in a few years. Michael Persecki is going to get some strikeouts. You have Sean Sullivan, who I would say just a little bit better than Carson Palmquist in like similar arsenal stuff, but I think Sean Sullivan can be a dog. And I think that's where I wish the Rockies just would have gone Jamie Arnold, because like what Tyler said when we talked on our pod last week, it's Jamie Arnold's just Sean Sullivan plus. Like everything's just a little bit harder, a little bit more spinny, a little bit better. And I think the Rockies have shown that they can develop arms. They can develop them. I feel like they can develop arms better than they can develop bats right now. Like we've seen some success in a Carson Palmquist, all the arms that are in the arm barn right now, from Seth Halverson to Juan Mejia to Angel Chavi, like all the way across, right? We see them developing those guys. Zach Veen, Yankel Fernandez, like where are we at with these guys? Jordan Beck, like, yeah, he's great. I mean, he's had a great year, right? But he's kind of slowed down a little bit last few weeks. Hunter Goodman always had the bat in him. I mean, 100 RBIs twice in minor leagues. Like, you just had to get him in his home position and he's going to rake for you. That was always there. But like all the other stuff, I don't know if they've really shown that they can develop it. Rymack, arguably our best hitter. Is he really developed? Like, big swing and miss, big inconsistencies. I don't know. Like, you're hanging your hat on, hey, Rymack, he's our guy. Here's our proven track record. No offense to Rymack. I love him. He's like easy 25 homer type dude. But like, he doesn't give me confidence. Like, all right, Ethan Holiday, I got the track record for you. Let's do it. I just don't see it with that right now. And that's where I get a little concerned with Ethan Holiday.
Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like it's hard to pinpoint, is it a development issue for some of these players, or is it just a player issue, right? Like, is that just kind of this player's DNA? You look at a guy like Zach Veen and you say, okay, I mean, like, the nature of his swing is that. Michael Tolley, another perfect example. Like, the nature of his swing has a lot of swings and misses kind of mixed in there. But at the same time, you just talk about all of those names and you can put together a trend and say, well, there hasn't really been an outlier of someone who showed up and was just a Bryce Harper or a Luis Ariz, or, just a guy with a high batting average who just barely ever misses. Like, you just don't see that with the Rockies. So you could be onto something with that. Absolutely. I think it's just tough to pinpoint. But I was going to ask you, talking about Jamie Arnold and pitchers that were available. There was a moment when, Cade Anderson kind of slipped out of the first two picks, that there was a possibility he was going to end up available at fourth. Were you guys on board with the Rockies going towards Cade if he was available, or Ethan? Which would you have preferred if both were available at fourth?
I'll let Tyler answer that one.
Well, it was interesting seeing him drop out of the top two, because that seemed like he was definitely going to go, and made me think, were the Rockies ready for a scenario in which Cade and Ethan are on the board? I would have preferred Ethan, because I think Cade, I like Cade, but I was a little curious with some of the hype he was getting this year. And he looks like a very good number 2 starter. And I think when you're taking a pitcher at the top of the draft, like, you want someone that can be a number 1. And I think I see a lot of good with Anderson. I don't see anything great necessarily. And that would have made it tough to get behind that pick. But at the same time, you get a guy who's a very surefire mid-rotation arm in Colorado, maybe the best, Rocky starter. Like, he could probably compete with Chase Dollander a bit. Would have been all right. But Ethan is Ethan. We've all rattled off the reasons as to why that's such a fun pick.
Okay, so sell me on Ethan and how the Rockies won't break him. Like, what is Ethan really, 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 really good at? And why should I get excited about that piece?
I mean, he hits the ball as hard as a lot of these college counterparts, and he's 18. And his dad is probably going to be an MLB hitting coach if he wants to be. So he's had that direction his entire life. I don't think he's going to develop in the same way as most high school kids, where they're kind of going at it. They've got people in their corner helping him out, but they don't have Matt Holliday, who, I mean, he's that dude's just popping out shortstops that are going top 4 in the draft. Like, I trust the pedigree, but also some of the direction that he's able to give. And also just looking at his swing, I've talked about the risk of him not panning out. There's some swing and miss, but you look at that swing and you can't help but it's just, he clearly has so much control over it. He can make mechanical adjustments. And I think a lot of that stuff will get ironed out. Like, maybe he does end up, I've said this a couple times, that I think his pure floor is like a Rymack type of hitter. Some strikeouts, a lot of walks though too, and 20 to 25 home runs is his floor. Like, you want more than that, but that is not the worst case outcome for a high school prospect.
Yeah, and also, I mean, we've heard from other scouts, within the Orioles organization that, they see very similar things between Ethan and Jackson, their swing style, like just their ability. But a lot of them have gone out and straight up said Ethan looks better, like, just for his age and whatnot. And it's not a knock on Jackson. Jackson's obviously a really good player. But if we can get a better version of Jackson Holiday, I mean, you just said the floor is Rymack, and I agree with you 100%. 25 home runs. If that's the floor and that's an option for the Rockies to take 4th overall with all of the storylines that come with it and whatever, yeah, they would have been dumb not to take him. So I agree with you. Even if Cade Anderson was still on the board, I still think you would have had to do some big convincing if they had chosen Anderson over Holiday.
Yeah, I mean, that's my next question. Like, what would have Rockies Nation done if Ethan Holiday was on the board? They did not choose him. Like,
God,
could you imagine?
I know. I was trying to think of that too. Like there was part of me that was like preparing myself because obviously Cade Anderson's supposed to go number 1 overall, just like Ethan, there was a possibility he went number 1 overall. And so, I'm like, am I going to be upset if Cade Anderson gets chosen by the Rockies? Like, that doesn't feel right? I feel like I shouldn't be upset, but there was definitely a part of me that I'm like, if he gets chosen over Ethan, I feel like I'd be a little bit bummed, and so I feel like if I was feeling a tinge of anxiety for that, I would imagine the casual Rockies fan who doesn't know Cade Anderson and just knows Ethan Holiday would probably feel the same exact way.
Yeah, I agree. We are at pick 135. The Rockies have pick 138. So, Christian, we're going to hold on to you just for a little bit longer. Once that Rockies draft pick is announced, then we'll let you go.
All right.
But I had a question in there. It was for you, Isaac, and then I completely blanked because I was trying to be professional. Oh, no. So what kind of expectations does Ethan have on him for right now? Like, your pedigree with the guy with the greatest moment in Rockies history, and you just became the first round draft pick for that franchise, and no fault to his own, but he kind of has this savior, you need to save this franchise piece because of everything on there.
Okay.
What is that? Is that fair? Go ahead.
Yeah. The Rockies just put their pick in. I don't know if you want me to wait to answer.
Yes. Wait, answer my question first, and then, because I don't think it's been announced yet.
Okay.
On the broadcast.
He's been living his life with He's lived his entire life with the expectations to be a good baseball player. His older brother Jackson went number 1 overall. His dad's one of the better MLB players in recent memory. And yeah, there are going to be expectations. I don't think it's going to be as bad as somebody who's going into it number 4 overall without any family background in it. So I think he's just going to be fine in that aspect.
Okay.
Like Charlie Condon. Like,
Yeah.
same, we talked to him, and he was in the same boat. It's like, you got the whole weight of this franchise on your shoulders. Don't mess it up, right? That's a lot of pressure for just some random kid out of Georgia.
Yeah. And I think I like that take, Isaac, where it's, you've been around this for long enough. You're going to know how to handle these expectations. Cause I mean, Ethan Holiday's been on the top of draft boards for years now. All right. I see the Rockies pick and I see Dude Man talking, but I don't know what they picked. Isaac, go ahead and announce it to us, and then Tyler share about him.
The Rockies picked Cameron Nelson, 138th overall out of Wake Forest. 5'11". Yeah.
I think this is another opportunity to fit that Ethan Holiday signing bonus in. He's not someone who's been on draft boards for, Baseball America, MLB. They don't have him on their board. He didn't play that much this year, only 27 games, pretty much all in center field for Wake Forest. 20 walks at 13 strikeouts stands out. There's not a lot of power here. The max exit velocity was just 105 this year, but really, really good play discipline numbers, 9.7% chase rate, makes a lot of contact. So I think this is kind of a sneaky, you hope that the development can work out here and that you get a scrappy center field type of player, but also it's just about saving money. Ethan Holiday, I do think you need to make up at least $500,000 over slot to sign him. They're going to do that, and this is how they're doing that.
All right. And I think this is just the Rockies way, but with the MLB draft coverage on MLBnetwork.com or whatever right now, they literally skipped over the Rockies little profile page. 5th round, 137th pick, White Sox, Gabe Davis. Rockies are on the clock, round 5, 138. No graphic. Marlins up, 5th round, 139th pick, Chris Arroyo. There's no graphic for the dude from Wake Forest.
I think some of that plays into that they didn't have anything prepped on him. So
yeah,
he was off of boards. I think he was expected to come back to college, but this is probably a guy you signed for like $25K to $100K, that in that range. And we're still at the point in the draft where guys are getting 500 plus thousand. So
So saving that money, that $500,000 that you were just speaking of. So I guess, Christian, without really knowing who this guy is, I don't expect you to, because I barely expect Tyler to know who this guy is. What kind of expectations is on the 5th round pick here? Like we just talked about Ethan's expectations as the 1st round, but like a 5th round pick, you're up there. You kind of have some expectations that come along with that.
I think anyone who gets drafted by an organization that is currently amidst a season of failure has expectations put on them. And I had asked that. I think, Isaac, I saw you on the Zoom call yesterday with Ethan and Matt with us, but I had asked that question kind of at the end, or I don't remember if it was actually if someone else had kind of led into it, but that question was asked about like the expectations of kind of rebuilding this team. And there was part of me that felt like, as a competitor, like I would almost look at it like you have a chip on your shoulder, right? Like, this is something you get the opportunity to do. Like I'd have visions of myself, hitting a home run to bring this team back to glory, like if it was me in his shoes. And so I would imagine as competitors, a guy like Ethan, or even a guy, getting drafted in the 5th, 6th round or whatever it is, has those same visions, right? You just want to be a part of something. You want to be a part of something big. So it doesn't matter when you're drafted. That's a dream for everyone. But I do think the weight of that is a little heavier on guys like Dolander, Condon, now Holiday, because there's a bigger spotlight on them. So the world is definitely watching very closely at what Charlie Condon and Dolander and now Ethan Holiday are doing with their time.
Very well said. Appreciate you hopping on with us. I know you have your own show to get ready for. I know you always go on Monday. Appreciate what you guys are doing over at DNVR. Definitely have fun with it. I can tell you and Spence are having a ball with covering the Rockies and what this season is. But go ahead and plug away, even though I know we don't need you to plug away, but do your thing.
No, I appreciate it. No, thank you guys for having me on. We always love, I got to be honest. We get a lot of our minor league and draft coverage from you guys anyway. So you guys are a huge resource for us. But you can follow us on the socials, DNVR_Rockies. Follow me on the socials, DNVR Saez. And we're doing our show today, and then I'm taking off into the mountains to go catch some fish. So hopefully that resets me, gets me energized for the second half of the season, and we prepare for some unfortunate history.
We have a few weeks here before the draft trade deadline is going to be crazy. So prepare for that. All right. Appreciate you, Christian. Have fun in the mountains. Say hi to Charlie for us. And we'll see you later. Yep. You're still talking, but I can't hear it. But I can hear me.
So what does it do right now?
Yep. I don't know what that was about.
That was like his audio went out and you were echoing really hard, but now you're not echoing. So
yeah, it was definitely something on his end.
A little double jeopardy there, going crazy.
Brian, hopefully you're still there. I just missed this. Is that due to the pitching lab we have? Maybe they have started driveline lab now too. I think this is referring to my comment about me trusting the Rockies developing pitching as opposed to hitting. I mean, maybe. I think a lot of good things have come from the lab recently. I know Tyler and I have talked about it. I know you guys talk about it a little bit when you guys do your Road to Blake Street stuff. But yeah, I guess do the Rockies add a driveline lab, so to speak, to help with hitting? I don't know. It's a very interesting idea. I kind of like the idea.
I mean, in part, it's definitely the pitching lab, but a big part of it is the ability to just throw the little sensors on every guy, to get the biomechanic data. I don't know if I haven't looked at the front office directory, but they had hired a biomechanics guy, which that could be pitching, that could be hitting, to help with swings and stuff. I mean, we know that there was that story about what they're trying to do with Tolia, but also Eloise Montero, it clearly didn't work. They were trying to do some alterations to the actual swing mechanics based on data. I think some of that was outsourced to like a driveline type of group, but it's definitely on their mind. I'm sure that they've been using their lab to do stuff like that, but pitching's just so much easier to attack in that kind of a way.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I understand pitching, where when it comes to hitting, I don't quite know. I know there's a bat bat path and some launch angle stuff. You want the hands to come up but not really up. I don't know. A lot to it. I just know if I like the swing or not when I'm watching somebody. Like I was able to see Max Clark in action, and you could just like he is a lab. Like he's a lab kid. Like everything about him, like from his physique to his swing, like everything was so pretty all the way through. And like you see a guy like Benny Montgomery, where we're going big toolsy kind of guy. It's just I don't know, just isn't there. So I don't know. It's an interesting thought process.
Right. I have another question, another like trivia-esque thing. So Christian ended off saying like he's prepared to end with like expecting the worst from the Rockies. How many times in team history do you think they've ended with less than 74 losses, which is what they're at right now?
Okay, repeat that question again.
Okay.
0.
So the Rockies' history, how many times do you think they've ended with less than 74 losses?
So what? That's like what is that? Like a 90, 96 win, 98 win season?
94, I think. Yeah.
So
somewhere around there.
Maybe once, because I don't think they've ever won 100 games.
It's been 7 times.
7 times.
Right. But like in the earlier years, there weren't as many games in baseball. And then the COVID year. But
all right, whatever. You're counting the COVID year.
It was fun. It's fun to use like against like, oh, the Rockies are bad. They've ended seasons with not as many losses as they have right now in July. I don't know.
Because they didn't play enough games.
You have to make a tweet when we like only win 40 games. Like, 2020, we only won 20 games. So,
right. Hey,
I think we won 27 games in 2020. Maybe.
I thought that was a long year. It was a 60-game season. All right, Tyler. I'm hoping you've had enough time to do some research about Wake Forest outfielder Cam Nelson, who went to the Rockies in the 5th round. I see the tweet out there, so I'm going to read it so you can come up with cooler things. 102.3 mile per hour exit velocity, which is 30 grade. 86 zone contact percent, which I feel like is solid. A 9%, 10% chase percentage, which I feel like is pretty solid as well when we're looking for contact guys. But what else about Cam Nelson is there?
I mean, I'll say that 9.7 chase rate, and it was kind of a small sample. He only played like not even 2/3, like about half a season. So, those numbers might have changed, but 9.7 is really, really good when you're looking at that's the number of pitches outside the zone he swung at, only 10%. Like most guys are 20 to 30%. So that's awesome. He seems promising in center field, and the Rockies have done a good job like getting guys later in the draft that are speedy in center field. This is a similar type of guy that can get it done in center field, and you can never really have enough athleticism out there, like whether he's playing center field or he's playing an above average corner outfield. That's kind of what you're getting. But really, I would think of Cam Nelson, and I don't want to throw him under the bus. Like think of him as like a late day 2 pick, like now currently day 2, like in the teens rounds. Like they basically took him here to save a ton of money. It's sort of like one of those late round guys.
All right.
But there's potential. There's potential.
And then I got this in the Twitter box here. Jared Jones in round 6 for funsies. I'm assuming this isn't the Pirates Jared Jones. This is from handle Dalton GNOLA, who seems to know his stuff about the draft. He's been pretty active responding to our stuff about the draft this year. But what do you know about Jared Jones and not the Pittsburgh Pirate that's on the IL right now?
I mean, it's pretty silly power. Is what you're going after. His 90th, I keep throwing 90th percentile. I wish it was easier to just say it. 90th EV, I'll say that, was about 111. So, I mean, you might be looking at 80 grade power with Jared Jones. But a lot of swing and miss and a lot of chase. It's probably a 30 grade hit tool. Like, I don't think MLB ever likes to give guys 30 grade hit tools, but some guys have to have 30 grade hit tools. but you might combine that with 80 grade power.
Okay, so yeah, big power. All right. So do maybe Mike, you might know, or Isaac, do you feel like the Rockies have a plan this draft? Because I mean, are pretty mixed between bats and arms. Do you feel strategies in play, or is it just kind of, hey, we got Ethan Holiday, now we have to fill in that money?
Yeah, I think it's you get Holiday, and then however you have to do the rest of the draft. I think you just do it that way. I will say Cam Nelson listed as a two-way player on Wake Forest's website, so that is fun. He can throw, I guess, mid-90s in a fastball, so maybe we throw him on the mound a little bit.
We won't. There's no way.
Yeah, there's no chance. But
Ethan Hedges was a two-way player, like one of the better ones in all the college baseball, and I don't see that happening. But do you see a strategy, Isaac?
I mean, maybe I'm just casually thinking about this, but like with how unpredictable the draft is, I think the only way that you can have a strategy is how many pitchers you want to draft, how many position players you want to draft. And I think the Rockies are just getting what they find most valuable at their current. Maybe that's a strategy in itself, but what's most valuable to them at their current round?
Yeah, no, I think there's something to that. I think Ethan Holiday signing, kind of what Tyler alluded to earlier about the money that's involved with it. Like, you have to make that money up somewhere.
Right.
And it seems like that money might have been made up with these two picks with Hedges and Cam here. I feel like they're big underslot guys. I mean, MLB.com didn't even have a graphic ready for Cam. So that says something there. So I think there's a strategy for that. So dare I ask the question, maybe this is more of a pod question than a live show question, but we'll come back to it. Did the Rockies mess up their entire draft by picking Ethan Holiday and spending all that money on Ethan Holiday where they couldn't find some of those hidden gems later in the draft? Hunter Goodman was a round 4 pick, I believe. Like, no offense to
Cam
you would
Nelson. Rather the Rockies prioritize round 5 instead of round 1?
I'm not saying, I'm posing the question. I'm just the question asker here, Mike. I'm just saying, like, does it hurt them a little bit with some of these hidden gem picks that you might get some value out of? I don't know.
I will say Cam Nelson was a highly rated high school recruit. You're getting someone who looks like almost a gadgety player, a little shorter. Listed 5'11" by MLB, but listed 5'9" on the Wake Forest website. So, I mean, I like the build of a player, and you could get a sleeper pick here. I like the play discipline. Granted, we're going to go underslot here most likely, so I don't hate it.
And I mean, yeah, I like the counter question of Lewis is, do you want to prioritize the mid rounds versus round 1? And in some ways, yeah, it does kind of wreck your draft that you don't get to balance the draft out as much. But I think we all want a guy like Ethan in the system just to be that guy you root for. Like, a lot of fans aren't going to care who prospect number 10 is. They want prospect number 1. So maybe from a more practical standpoint, it's a little bit foolish in case Ethan doesn't work out, but I don't think it's jeopardizing too much either. They already got a couple really solid guys in Middleton and Bellew. You hope, and I like Riley Kelly a lot as well. So hopefully they can add a couple more slot talents here on early day 2.
Okay, so Ethan Holiday did not break the Colorado Rockies. And I agree with both of you. You have to prioritize your number 1 pick over anything else. And if a talent like Ethan drops you can't say no to that. Like, hey, let's get a little crafty here and pick somebody that's not even close to that top talent. I mean, like the first round pick. Like, I think that was a little sketch. Like, I don't know. I would be a little mad if I was the Nationals. Like, how do you not pick Kate Anderson or somebody else or Ethan Holiday? Like, why are you trying to get cute?
The Angels clearly prioritized middle of the rounds. I don't think their draft's going to end up looking good on paper.
No, but you're going to see that guy in the major leagues, and within a year, like within the calendar year, you're going to see, was it Brenner or what's his name? Like you'll see him as a Los Angeles Angel. It's just curious, like how all these teams do things a little bit differently. Like, and I have like the Tigers had a weird draft. Like they picked 2 high school guys. One high school, I think their second pick was somebody that wasn't even like on the board. It's a very
that guy was ranked by everyone else pretty highly. Like it was just MLB that didn't rank him. It was really odd. Like Baseball America had him ranked pretty highly. Some guy, I don't know if he has Joe Doyle.
Oh yeah, he's well respected.
He had him going there before the draft started in his mock draft.
All right,
he must have done something. Okay. So there's like the outlets and stuff are really weird on this, and you can kind of get different perspectives.
Yeah, and that's
no perspective at all. So.
And that's the beauty of baseball draft. Like you have no idea what any of these guys would do. Like every draft pick is a 50% shot, like guaranteed. You have no idea what's going to happen. And just the draft strategy that goes into it. Like I have no idea what the Yankees are doing, the White Sox are doing, or the Red Sox, or what are the Brewers doing? I have no idea. It's just interesting to see how it all plays out.
Yeah, we can hardly answer the question on what the Rockies are doing. So.
And try to make sense of it. And so you last few drafts, like it's been what, Gabe Hughes, Charlie Condon, and now Ethan Holiday, right? I didn't miss a first round pick in the last 3 years, right? Gabe, Chase Dollander, yeah. Okay, so Gabe Hughes, Chase, those. So like, you can't draft in the top 10 next year. Like this is the top picks that we're gonna have for a while. Is that crew enough to help the Colorado Rockies be a playoff team in 2028? Ideal world, you have Gabe Hughes and Chase Dollander 1-2. Charlie Condon's a corner infield staple somewhere, and Ethan Holiday is probably your second baseman, running it up the middle, hitting 20, 25 bombs somewhere, probably third base. Like there's a whole another conversation. Is that enough for the Colorado Rockies to build around in 2027, or are they missing a piece? I don't know. Isaac, you answer it first. But like, is it enough?
Tyler Anderson was drafted 20th overall. Trevor Story was drafted 45th overall. David Dahl 10th overall. Tyler Matzik, who didn't do much for the Rockies, was drafted 11th overall, but redeemed his career later. I don't believe that there's that big of a difference. Well, like there is going to be a big talent difference, but like when you are looking for future MLB guys, I think it's going to be a toss-up between the 4th overall pick and the 10th overall pick, where the Rockies could be next year. I think the Rockies do have a solid foundation right now in their farm system to be reliant on just our first round picks and not even take into account our draft picks in the following years. I think the Rockies they're gonna be fine. I don't think Rockies aren't in as bad of a situation as most people are thinking, but that's me. I'm a pretty optimistic person. So if that's what you wanted to hear, Aaron.
I'm here to ask the questions. That's all I'm here for. What's your rebuttal to that, Mike?
No, I mean, I like to stay on the optimistic side of things, and I agree. Like even on the MLB level, guys that aren't in the farm system, Hunter Goodman, Jordan Beck, even guys like Zach Feeney, I guess is still a farm system player. Like I think we still have a lot of talent there, and compared to where we're at currently, it can really only get better. And you plug in Ethan Holiday in a couple of years, Charlie Condon will be able to hit the ball, guarantee that. Chase Dollander will only get better. We're also going to move off of some contracts here soon that are kind of hindering us, like Senzatella here soon. So I think maybe some addition by subtraction too. So I agree with Isaac. We're not in a terrible spot, but if you compare it to the rest of our division, then yeah, we probably are.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go down that hole because it's a scary hole to dig into. I mean, I think the corner pieces are there, right? And all these good teams have a superstar and I say that as we're at pick 162. Rockies have pick 167. So in about 6 minutes, we'll have the Rockies' sixth round pick. But like, you need a superstar. Are any of these guys superstars? Like, I think Chase has the stuff to be that guy. I think he can be a lights out starting pitcher as much as a Colorado Rockies pitcher could be a lights out starting pitcher. But does Charlie Condon or Ethan Holiday have Bobby Witt, Aaron Judge, Mookie Betts type, Jackson Merrill type star power to take the Rockies up a level? Like, Matt Holliday was that guy. Tulo was kind of that guy. Cargo. No, like, Cargo was the face of the franchise, not a Colorado Rockies draft pick or signing, but he became that guy. Can Ethan or Charlie be that guy?
I think it's foolish to not say yeah at the current state of both players. They were both ranked number 1 in both of their respective draft classes. So that's 1 out of 1,000 players where
that's
are
a good point. I like that.
the guy. So more likely than not, they are going to be the superstars of the Rockies. And I'm not going to put $50 on it, but I think that they're going to be really, really good.
I thought you were going to say, I'm not going to put $50, but I put $2,000 on it.
That would be good.
I thought you were going a different route. I don't know. I'm assuming you guys have watched some minor league baseball. I have not watched as much as I normally do, and you could tell by my personal coverage of the Rockies farm system. I just didn't think the summer would be this summer. But Mike, have you seen Charlie Condon enough to go like, hey, that's a guy? Like I was talking earlier, Max Clark. I look at Max Clark and like, he passes the eye test, so to speak, to be a superstar. Does Charlie Condon kind of give you that vibe or no?
Oh, the eye test from, a non-baseball playing, we look at a guy with a lot of power, tall guy. So, but when he is on the field currently, it is looking like the power isn't really showing up. We're seeing a lot of balls grounded into the dirt, but a lot of singles. But we're still looking at a guy that comes off of a wrist injury, so I'm not too worried about it. And you guys said the prestige is there, the number 1 guy in his draft class by Baseball America. Well, to go back to what Isaac was saying, like him and Holiday and Dollander, like those are 3 lottery tickets that could become the face of the franchise. One of those is guaranteed to cash in.
See, and I don't know. It makes me nervous saying that because does it? Like, just because it's just the draft in its own. Like, we hear these guys of coming up and like, this is the next great thing. Dylan Cruz.
Has there ever been a bad holiday? No.
Halloween.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, if we're to power rank some holidays, we can find some bad ones.
Yeah.
But nobody's mad that they're on holiday. So I don't know. Interesting. I mean, that's a good rebuttal. The Rockies need a superstar, and I've been on record multiple times saying Zach Veen can be that guy. Still think he can be, like, just the swagger that goes along with the superstar stuff. I don't know. I don't know if Charlie Condon has that. I want a Fernando Tatis type player, superstar. I want just a big FU mentality and can go out and just ball out whenever they want to do something absolutely insane.
I don't know. I think you're talking about Max Clark like he's already been like proven to be a superstar player.
No, I'm saying he passes the eye test to be a superstar. I don't know if I see that in Charlie Condon, but I also haven't seen Charlie Condon play. Like, I think I've maybe seen 10 at-bats of Charlie Condon.
Were they good at-bats?
No. But they were also when he was hurt. Like, he was pressing last year. I'm not putting any stock in 2024 professional Charlie Condon. It sounds like we have the pick in. I'll let you guys kind of do your thing on the back. My feed is not there yet, so we're still waiting. But I think there's a conversation that will continue. I like the comment by Tovar Enthusiast. Hopefully you're still there, big dog. We'll get to that after we cover this pick. Round 6, pick 166, the Colorado Rockies pick. I didn't time it well enough. 3, 2, 1. Matt Klein out of Louisville. Love us some Louisville Cardinals up in the Colorado Rockies system. Has never been previously drafted. A number 224 prospect on MLB.com. We're picking him at 167. A mid-round catcher. The Rockies love to do the 4, 5, 6, 7 round for a catcher type thing.
Little Cody
And
Huff.
50 grade hit, arm and field. Broke his hand in 2025. So we're adding another broken product to the crew in Cam Nelson and Matt Klein and Bladau. Tyler, what do you know about Louisville catcher that we just picked?
I mean, the hit tool here is really what you're going after. He's listed as a catcher. He might start as a catcher in the pros. I don't think that's where you're trying to derive value from. It's really on the hit tool. Good contact rates, good chase rates. He also does have some pop, like 105.7 90th exit velocity. It's pretty good. That's like would indicate average power. We didn't see that kind of production from him. I mean, broken hand kind of interrupts some things a little bit. But I like this pick a lot. Just getting an above average hitter at this point in the draft, that's not something you're going to do all that often, and especially one that does have impact in the bat. So I'm a fan. I do think he's probably a first baseman or a corner outfield guy long term if he has the legs to get by out there, but we'll take it.
Yeah, arm and field. Shortstop, like you can never have enough middle infield players, and I think that goes from catcher all the way to center. Like if you can find these athletic guys, I mean, they were Hunter Goodman, prime example. Like this is a hit tool that we're going to try to figure out where we can play defensively. Hey, you're going to go learn outfield, you're going to go learn first base, but we're going to end up putting you at catcher because that's what's best for you. I think you have that in a guy like Klein. It'll be interesting. Like Cole Messina is hitting bombs up in Spokane. Still waiting for that to develop. Espinal, I think he's down in Fresno, who's just a dog that everybody loved. Big defense first catcher. Just having a catcher in the system at every level is not a bad thing. Brian Castillo, Jeromo, like you can just keep on going. Braxton Fulford, like he was I think was Braxton Fulford a defense first catcher or bat first catcher? Probably defense, right?
I think he was a little balanced.
Like a little bit more balanced.
He was one of those guys where it's like, all right, you get a little bit both.
And we saw him debut and friend of the pod type stuff. So can't go wrong with the catcher in the 6th round. I think that's a good safe bet. And it looks like he went underslot. Hunter picks early.
Probably a little bit more savings again. We probably won't see things level out until later. Like you don't get as much savings at any other point in the draft. So these mid rounds, I think that is where you sacrifice a little bit of value making these picks. But at the same time, I think this is a guy who could have easily gone to another team in round 5 or round 6. So it's his range. I would say it's his range.
All right. Isaac, rate the pick. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
I'll do a thumbs up. I feel like he can be compared kind of similarly to Braxton Fulford, but if you swap their like power and hit tools. I feel like out of the draft, Braxton Fulford power was probably better than his hit, but Matt Klein makes good contact. He has a solid swing. He's struggled with secondaries is what Pipeline says, and you only expect that to get worse the higher up you get through baseball. But I think it's really solid. It's a safe pick again. The Rockies have been playing this draft safe, so I'm gonna do a thumbs up, a confident thumbs up.
Confident thumbs up. Lewis, should they be playing it safe? Should they be going all in on this high risk? And again, I've been kind of preaching a little my worries about Ethan. I still think it's the right pick, but should they be going just like crazy risk with all these picks like this, or should they be doing a little bit of these safe picks like that?
I don't think it's ever bad to get a catcher, or at least someone who can play the catching position. You're in the 7th round. You're getting a college guy. Tyler said we might save some money here, so I don't think it's much of a risk when you're in the 6th round. It's not a high schooler, so if you get anything here, it's gonna be good.
You're so
also,
good
you guys
at
want
not
to guess his
answering
favorite
questions.
TV show?
Say that again.
Do you guys want to guess his favorite TV show? It's very easy to guess. Matt
Who,
Klein.
Klein? Matt Klein?
I mean,
Family
I don't
Guy.
know.
Easy to guess. I
think most people, it's like probably the most common one.
All right, Tyler, what's your favorite TV show?
It's like I would maybe say Game of Thrones is mine. I could see that being possible.
Yeah, it's more like a casual show. Yeah.
Isaac, what's your favorite casual show?
Bob's Burgers.
No.
Not what I was imagining you saying.
I mean, I think I know what it's got to be, and it's like if I ever hear someone say The Office, I'm like, all right, whatever.
No, it's Friends. It's not The Office. But
Okay.
it's in the same mold.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
in the same mold.
Aren't you guys too young to be watching Friends?
Dude, I've never
I
watched
am.
it, but a lot of people my age like love to watch it.
Matt Klein is your age. Really close. He's
Oh, yeah,
21 years
right,
old.
yeah,
Like
that's a good point.
you are the age of these
Yeah.
kids. Like Matt Klein saying his best
Oh,
favorite
so
show is
old.
Friends is a wild
I'm
thing.
so old, bro. That's insane.
Like Friends was on when I was in high school. And we watched it all the time.
Well, that's why like people like to watch it. It's a little throwback, you know.
Do they though? Like you
So a
haven't
time
watched
they
it?
weren't in.
I don't know if it holds up either. I haven't watched it in a hot minute. But like, give me New Girl or Parks and Rec.
Parks
That's a
and
New
great
Rec.
Girl-
show.
Tell me on Parks and Rec.
I like
yeah.
New Girl.
New Girl is underrated all the way
So
through.
underrated.
When we get Matt Klein on the pod, we gotta talk to him.
Matt Klein
Who-
and Friends.
Who's your favorite character, Aaron?
I mean, Jake Johnson's character. Like,
Okay.
yeah, I don't remember all their names, but he's hilarious. I got cookie, you get cookie. I got cookie. The towel just dries itself. It self cleans. What do you mean I'm supposed to wash the towel?
Oh,
Cleans
that was
itself.
a good one.
That's
That's awesome.
I love that one. All right, so Rockies need a superstar. I told Tovar enthusiasts, if you're still there, we would cover this. And we'll get some more data on Klein later. What does this do for guys like Karros? I want Condon, Holiday, Tovar, Karros, infield in the future. I mean, that's a great question. Like, you have all these guys that are fighting for spots. I mean, shoot, throw a Warming Bernabel in there who's fighting for it. Dion Jorge, like, it's kind of light at the top, doesn't it? But like, I think Kyle Karros is going to be a very floor average MLBer when he gets a shot. What does this do for guys like that? I personally think it makes everybody better. Like, competition is going to breed success. And if you're Charlie Condon right next to Kyle Karros, which you are right now in Hartford, and you're seeing what Kyle Karros' work is being put in with the glove, the tedious things that no one likes to do, that Karros loves to do, that might make Condon like, all right, I see this. This is that professional pedigree. Like, he's coming from that family. I need to go out and work on this or that a little bit more. I mean, for the future, I think it just makes everybody a little bit better and makes your farm system a little bit better and makes everything just that much better. But I think it hurts. Maybe the question is, does it hurt Kyle Karros' prospect pedigree for the Colorado Rockies with Charlie Condon and Ethan Holiday kind of in his same spot?
I don't know. I think it, like, guys like Karros, you don't reserve a spot for. Like Ethan Holiday, you're almost reserving a spot at third base for him or wherever you want to play him. Like Kyle Karros is even like Cole Carriggs. Like, they're good prospects, but you're not changing the way you're developing players, changing the way, like, path of playing time of some guys for these guys. It's more like if they can prove they can become that, then amazing. But right now, they still have to prove that. This isn't like Charlie Condon and Chase Dollander. It's different with those guys. We just talked about the number one overall ranked prospect guys. It's a little different for the Karroses. Even after good seasons, like, you still have to prove it, especially when you get to the MLB. You really have to prove it there.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And I think that's one of the biggest flaws with the Major League Baseball is you're putting you need your first round picks to pan out. Otherwise, you just wasted millions and millions of dollars. So like you need Charlie Condon to play out. Like you need that. Where Kyle Karros, Hunter Goodman, those are just like the icings on the cake, and if they work out, great. If not, whatever. Which I think is terrible. Like Kyle Karros has proven that he can ball. Like he's, hey guys, I'm still here and I'm really good, but I'm still not going to get the recognition I need to from even when
But
down here for
if Karros got called up and struggled against secondaries, I wouldn't be surprised if that was just his downfall forever.
And you can say that at just about, I think,
Sure,
any
yeah.
player, right? Like, and that's the thing. That's
not Ethan Holiday. Perfect.
so supposedly, I have a theory on his swing and miss that we'll get into a little bit later. But I don't know. Does Ethan Holiday's draft hurt guys like Kyle Karros, Michael Tolia, I guess any corner guys, Warmy Bernabell? I don't know. I don't think it hurts.
If you're good enough, you're going to play. It's a weird question because if you're good enough, especially, guys, we have 20 wins right now at the All-Star break. Like, we're not oozing with talent right now. So if you're good enough, you will play. You see guys like Beck immediately become everyday players after just a couple weeks of really good play. So like Tolia, all it takes is a couple good weeks and he's back on basically playing every day. So I don't know. If we were like the Dodgers, this question would be interesting because they don't really have many roster spots available, but we have tons of roster spots available, especially for the future.
But yeah, I think getting the chance to do that. So who shows up first? Kyle Karros or Charlie Condon? Shows up first as a Colorado Rocky.
I'd say Condon. I don't know if that's a crazy thing to say, but
Tyler Isaac.
I'm probably gonna go with Karros. I think he's gonna be a similar situation to Aaron Schunk, and like if injuries happen, the Rockies are gonna trust to put Kyle Karros there to fill in those shoes until a spot is back. I don't know. I think Condon is still a bit away. I think we need to still see better batted ball results and less strikeouts before he does get a call up.
Yeah, and I agree. Karros is basically he could be AAA bound after the break. I mean, I think he's done what he needs to do in AA. He's had a really solid season, although interrupted by injuries. So he might be AAA bound. I don't think he's going to get to the big leagues this year, but I don't think Condon is going to get to AAA this year. So ultimately, though, it's going to be a whole fresh slate next year. So it's hard to say. They might give Condon a very early season look, but Karros could possibly be on the opening day roster if all goes well. So I would lean Karros.
I think I would as well. I don't know. The Rockies pushing a guy like Condon after an injury. I don't know.
You're going to push a guy like Karros after an injury?
Karros has been healthy for a year.
Well, he fouled off his leg. So he was out for a little bit, like a month.
Has he?
No,
he's been back for a month. That was a while ago.
Yeah.
And he's been healthy.
Condon's been back for
right, but Karros has been there.
I don't know.
I don't either. There's no right answer. That's what makes it fun.
Giving you crap.
Yeah, I don't know. You're here for the banter, right? I'm just posing questions for the fun. Like Skylar thinks Karros, he's about to hit AAA. I think there's going to be quite a bit of movement coming up. I am not familiar with the minor league numbers at the moment, so I can't really speak as much as I would have this time a year ago. But Karros goes up, but then what do you do with Warmy Bernabell? Does Karros pick up a first baseman glove and discussing Hira? Just become a DH? Does Warmy Bernabell pick up his first baseman glove again, where we saw him play at spring training for the first time in his career? But pushing the envelope, it needs to happen. There needs to be competition. There needs to be things like throwing through. Kind of in the same vein, and then I need to take a little break. I got to go get dinner ready. Got to marinate the chicken. Does Ethan Holiday make his pro debut this year? Do we see him in Fresno or Hartford or even the ACL at all?
Yeah, I was in like the press conference thing they had after the draft yesterday, and Ethan Holiday was saying how he wants to play this year and how he thinks he's going to be out there. So, whether it's gonna be actual recorded games like for the ACL or Fresno, I don't know, but like he's gonna get in looks, especially like in the backfields in the complex leagues. So
So you're saying complex league, but not much more of that, right?
yeah, that's what I'm thinking, especially for
Yeah.
a high school pick.
I don't know if we've seen a offensive player make their pro debut. We've seen some picture. No, we saw it. Never mind. I take that
Yeah, no,
back completely. We saw a few last year. I take that back. So yeah, I mean,
usually the other way around.
yeah, Ethan Holiday will. I think he'll be in Fresno for a little bit, like that last month, like we saw in Condon and Wright last year. All right, I'm going to take a little break. It looks like Tyler's taking a little break. I'm going to let you two chop it up. It looks like I got about 10 minutes before our next pick. So have fun, fellas. Yeah, you fill it out.
Oh. Okay. Gosh,
Wow.
you scared me, Lewis.
It'd be the people you least expect to do that.
Right.
Other than Skylar here. Hold on.
Oh, is he in?
What up, Skylar?
Morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
How's it going?
Good. How have you felt about this draft so far?
I was pretty happy with how it went yesterday. I don't think I've said this publicly yet, but Holiday wasn't the shortstop that I would have taken.
Who did you have above him?
I really like Billy Carlson.
Yeah.
I think that Baseball America put it best. I forget which one of them said. I think it was JJ Ponce. And they said that like his ceiling is like 90% of Bobby Witt. So just that hard, good hitting, fast, good defensive shortstop. Just that tick below the MVP level down to an all-star level.
Yeah, you definitely have more value there with being a shortstop, Billy Carlson.
Yeah.
Ethan Holiday is kind of already being touted as probably a third baseman, which kind of immediately ruins his value a little bit. But you gotta like the bat. You also, the last name Holiday, you can't really beat that.
I think really that there's a. Oh, sorry.
I was surprised to see that Carlson was the 5th prep shortstop drafted.
That
did
blow my mind.
I thought he was gonna go higher than 10th.
Yeah, I was gonna say I actually think that Holiday has a good chance to stick it short. We've been seeing a lot more of the real big shortstops hang around for into their MLB days in their recent years. Like you've seen O'Neal Cruz stick for a little bit, and then Ellie's stuck, even though I don't think Holiday's going to have anywhere near that speed to keep up the range. There's another really big shortstop that entered, I think, last year that's still sticking at shortstop. I can't think of who it is, though.
Isn't Gunnar Henderson pretty big for a shortstop as well?
Yes, I think that's who it is, because Gunnar Henderson's like Ethan Holiday size. He's like that 6'4", 220 size.
Right.
So, yeah, and Holiday, he's worked with his glove. You can tell. Everything I've seen with him on defense looks solid. I don't think he's ever going to be like an elite defender at shortstop, but I think he could be an average defender at shortstop.
Right.
So wait, I know you're a Tovar hater. So what are your thoughts on maybe Tovar moving off or being traded?
I think that this pick does not affect him at all. I'm not gonna. You could call me a Tovar hater. Definitely more of a Ryan Ritter hater.
Okay.
Takes him off. But I think that it's more likely that Tovar is gonna stick around as our shortstop. I just don't see him ever breaking into the tier of really good to elite shortstop, just because I don't think he's got the bat for it.
Yeah.
Like he had that one really hot stretch at AA, and that's the only time he's ever been like levels above average.
Oh yeah, the bat is going to be questionable. It's going to be inconsistent in like bad way. Not
Yeah.
like Ryan McMahon's inconsistent, but he hits bombs. Tovar's, it's going to be rough. Like the glove's going to be there. I think if you have the idea for me is like ground ball pitchers at cores, you have a good shortstop defensively. I think it almost works perfectly. I think it's a good formula, but you almost wonder if Holiday, like, I know he said he'd play anywhere, but if you're Holiday, you're probably like, hey, I want to play shortstop. That's how you get the most money. His brother's at second base, right? If I'm not wrong.
I think he's playing both positions.
Yeah, I think that he's been playing both. The whole Orioles situation is weird.
Yeah.
Just with guys constantly moving up and down. I can look.
They just fell off the face of the earth too.
Yeah, the Orioles have fallen face first.
I thought after their 100-something win season, I thought they were going to be a top 3 team for years. So this season has been really strange for them. I feel like it's been a worse season for the Orioles than it's been in terms of expectations. It's a way worse season for the Orioles than it is to be like a Rockies fan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we share our sympathy with those fellas over there in Baltimore.
Yeah, somewhat. Although they still have a really bright future, and I mean they have like Rutschman, Holiday.
Do they have Ethan Holiday though?
We don't have Ethan Holiday.
That's right.
And did you notice they took both of their first 2 picks for catchers too?
Yeah. Well, Ike Irish is probably more of an outfielder, but it's still weird that they drafted that mold of player.
Irish and Bodine.
I like Bodine a lot. Bodine's
I like them both.
Prototypical backup catcher.
I forget which one I had higher.
Probably Irish. Irish had like top 5 height. Or like an under slot potential.
My top catcher was Bodine and Carmichael and 2 other dudes were all in that same tier for me.
Well, I like Bodine. Bodine had the crazy framing, which is something it's hard to like measure, but
yeah.
Saw framing highlights and I was immediately sold.
Oh, I did have Ike Irish higher. I just skipped past his name.
Easy to miss.
Yeah. Well,
did you do like a mock draft, Skylar?
I didn't do a mock draft, but I built out a prospect board over 100 dudes.
Okay.
I threw it on my Twitter yesterday. This is probably the most work I've ever put into a draft. I spent at least an hour on every dude. I spent probably 150 hours on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I spent a ton of time on this draft.
Who's your favorite, not like unknown name, but like smaller name that you discovered or put time into?
I really liked Charles Davalon, especially after talking to Tyler about it. But it's Marshall Lipsy was my highest ranked guy that wasn't on a draft board that I found.
Really?
I don't know if he's been taken or not. I can look.
What do you like about him?
Let's see. What did I say? Don't answer that.
You're getting drafted.
I'm 4 years past that. It was a good hit tool with developing power, just a really toolsy guy who I said, oh, that's right. He only played 1 year because he was a JUCO guy, and then he went to FAU this year.
Okay.
And he is 21, so he is draft eligible.
How'd you find him?
I found him on Fangraphs, so every now and then I just go in there on their college leaderboard, which takes all of D1, and just kind of scour through. And this is a guy that I must have found him earlier in the season, but he finished off the season hitting 318, 488, 573. A little bit of a higher strikeout rate, but a big walk rate too. 12 home runs. and 17 stolen bases. So he's got, like I said, just got a little bit of everything.
Right. Where do you go to college again?
So he was at FAU this year.
Okay.
God, he's killing summer ball too. Oh, can't slug though. He's on base at a 512 right now in the New England College League. That's fucking nuts.
Right.
I don't think that I've seen any news about him, but he'd probably be a bigger mid-round pick. I can't
That's
remember what
interesting.
JUCO he was at. Let's see, does it have it right here? Ben College was his JUCO. Yeah, that was probably my favorite. I was scrolling when I got to his profile. I was like, "Ooh, who is this guy? What do we got going on here?"
That's
That was one
awesome.
of my that was one of my like, "Ooh, hello."
There's a guy in the Rockies ACL team right now, Clayton Gray, and he was another like one of those guys who just
Yeah.
killed every single level. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've seen him.
Yeah, he just killed every single level of baseball, and then went undrafted, but then was able to sign a contract, minor league contract with the Rockies, and he's putting up really solid numbers. So like, I wonder somebody like that whose name is lesser known, the Rockies would be hoping like, oh, I hope he just doesn't get drafted at all, and then they could pick him up in like a week or two.
See, I think that's just so hard because like you have 20 rounds and really name value drops off the board after round 8. So you've got 12 rounds you got to pick, or 11 rounds you got to just kind of throw it at the wall and see what sticks.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
So yeah, I think you just take, especially after name value disappears, you just have everybody you like that you would sign as a UDFA and just check off the list as you go,
Right,
top to
right.
bottom.
And especially with like the pick value differing
Oh yeah.
after round 10. Like I don't know like the logistics behind that. I'm not as like entwined with the draft as somebody like Lewis or Tyler.
Yeah.
But you really like those 18, 19, 20, like those rounds. Why not? Shot in the dark, dart throw.
Yeah.
See what you can
I'd
grab.
I'd love saving those for like really toolsy high school kids just to see if you can get them into your MLB development program. And a lot of times you aren't going to be able to because they're going to still want probably more than that baseline 125.
Yeah.
And I mean, are they worth signing over it? It's debatable. You could let them go to college and develop, or you could give it a shot and see what you can get. Especially with the limited number of roster slots for an organization now, too.
Yeah, right.
It's definitely never a bad thing to be like, oh, well, we kind of tried, but we didn't get the dudes we wanted, so we won't waste slots on guys we think are just going to middle away in the organization.
Right. And since 2020, the Rockies have drafted one person who hasn't signed. And it was like in the 18th round of 2022, I think. So
Yeah, I think so.
if it can be used like in a strategic manner of like, if we draft you, great, but if we don't, then we still have room for other guys, for those undrafted players, international pool. Yeah, no, that's an interesting point. I haven't thought about that.
Did you do anything on Darian Pendergrass from Charleston?
I did not. I don't see him on my board. Is that just some dude that you pulled up out of the middle of nowhere, or is that like an actual guy?
I have his jersey from like a summer game that he played, so he's a senior. So
I can give him a quick look, and I can kind of walk you guys through how I would do it if you're interested.
Go for it. Yeah. I mean, you might be a little unimpressed, but.
So is he a college guy or a high school guy?
Yeah, he's a college senior, so probably gonna go super late.
So Darian Pendergrass, you said? Pendergrass?
Yeah.
Who spells Darian like that?
Yeah, it's bad. Yeah.
What is going on here?
How's it spelled?
It's brutal.
It's Dariyan.
That's probably
So
why he
he's
went
got-
undrafted last year.
Yeah, that's why I go
Yeah.
back to school.
So let's see here. He's got 2 years at College of Charleston. Only played half the first season. Hit 300, but a 353 BABIP. It's not great. I like the K and walk percentage splits. The ISO is horrific. 0.08. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's rough once you get a little deeper.
10 stolen bases in 30 games. I like that. That's pretty good, actually. 43. God, this guy's a burner.
Yeah. That's why I really like this.
All right. Dropped his K percentage down to 9. I actually like it. I'd probably give him. The average is pretty low. I'd probably go 45. Probably that 4 home runs raises a little bit. Probably a 30 power. I like the approach. That's probably a 50. The speed's good. I'd probably give him a 45 future value, which for the dudes that I have on my board would put him between 66 and 71. No, sorry, that's the plus. Between 72 and 84.
Oh, that's really high.
Well, that's out of only 100 guys. And there's some guys that I was just like, yeah, I'm not happy with. There's a lot of high school bats where it's like, I just want you to go to college right now.
Yeah.
I will say a lot of his stolen base numbers are in summer ball, which really easy to inflate your numbers.
That is true, yeah.
So
I don't know, man. That's either way, that's almost 1 a game. That's still nuts.
Let's see.
Scalar, do you have Tate Gray on your list?
I recognize the name. I have a Marshall Gray. Wait.
Marshall Gray.
Oh, no, that's a college infielder. When you have a bunch of C's for college, it gets a little confusing sometimes. Like, oh, wait, that's a C. He's a catcher. No, that's a different guy. It's a Tate Gray.
Yeah. He was drafted third round by the Rays.
Is he a high schooler?
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah. I'm trying to find him on Fangraphs. I can...
Oh.
Let's see here. Prep. Baseball. Do you know how you spell it?
Taitin, Taitn.
What?
Yeah, no, these guys.
Yeah, once you get down here and after round 5, it gets rough with the names. I think that's like a scouting thing. If you have a good name, you get selected early. We're stuck with the Darians, like the way that he spells it.
All right. Committed to Oregon. Yeah, here we go. 6'6", 60 is pretty nice. Oh, nice. He competed this year in the Pro Showcase. Yes, thank God. Like, that's another thing that really sucks with Ethan Holiday is he hasn't competed in anything where I can get stats on him for 2 years. So the only stats I have on him are from his sophomore year. So I don't really know where he's at right now.
15, 16-year-old.
Do you have a Joe Areola on your board? That's one of Isaac's favorite players.
I do not have that on my board. I would have remembered that.
Lake Forest.
God, this guy has some insane pop. Average 103 exit velocity, 109.2 max, 88 hard hit percentage. I like even the 71 sweet spot percentage is good. I'd probably give this guy a 55. Yeah, I'd probably give this guy a 55. Just off this page. I didn't check his perfect game.
Where would that fall for you in your list?
55 would have been between 31 and 16.
That's not bad.
Solid.
Yeah.
He reminded me of like a Drew Romo. Like Drew Romo was advertised as a catcher with a good amount of raw power, and I don't know.
Yeah, the only guy that I saw get drafted in the first round that I was like, what are we doing drafting this guy was when the Rangers took Gavin Feen at 12.
Yeah.
And it sounds like a lot of people are pretty high on him. So maybe he was a late riser and I didn't get to see it because I didn't get to update him before the draft. I probably haven't updated him since maybe April, but he was down far on my board. He was in that range between 91 and 96. which to go at 12 for me just blew my mind.
Yeah, right.
Did they take a break in the draft?
Yeah, no,
I know,
it's
right? What's going on with that?
refreshing.
We're so close. Gary and Pendergrass right here. I have his jersey, so that'd be a cool little thing. Yeah,
It'd be cool.
might throw it on. I wore it all last year for the draft, thinking he was going to get drafted. Never did.
Aaron said it's back on at 109.
Okay.
Yeah, I see 195 just got picked actually.
Oh,
So that's a Dodgers pick. 192,
Yeah, I think it's round 7
189.
starts 3 minutes.
Yeah, that was their 6th round pick. So the draft tracker just broke after the end of the 6th round, it looks like.
What's your?
Oh, there it goes. Now it just updated.
Is it updated?
It did for me. It was stuck after that Marlins pick for me for some reason. It never
so
updated after that.
96.
the
A
Marlins.
question Isaac was asking yesterday. What's your favorite album, Skyler?
My favorite album? Oh, it's God damn it! What's the name of the album? Hold on, let me check my Spotify.
Okay.
This is an older. It's what I used to listen to before to hype up for game day.
Ooh, some Drake.
It is not some Drake. It is a little more underground than that. It's UDI Drinks on Us.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's let's see. What's it got? How many? Oh, it won't tell me how many downloads it has.
Probably like 1 million.
At February 17th, 1998. It's 5 years older than I am. But my dad had the burner CD in his car, and every day before game day, we'd listen to that, and it was just, I don't know, for some reason it got me every time. It's like, all right, let's go.
That's awesome.
Yep. You might be the first person I've ever heard say a UDI.
Have you ever heard of UDI before?
I haven't, and that sounds like an infection. But
Yeah, no, there's some underground rap group out of San Fran back in the late 90s.
It's a crazy pool. I can only imagine Aaron's answer to that. Nice rock.
I don't know. I did specifically wear the CU hat today, just for Aaron, but he left right before I got here.
Yeah, now he's back behind the stage doing nothing.
I know. I noticed that. I was gonna say something I forgot to.
Let's see. I feel like we're wasting so much time just not doing the draft.
Read the private
Yeah.
chat next time then. If you're gonna call me out,
Oh,
I'm gonna come
no.
on whenever I want.
I did. I was gonna say something. Sorry, and I forgot to.
Oh, no. That's on me. That's on me.
That is on you. You're supposed to be a professional, and here we are.
I should have read the private chat. Yeah.
No. What up, Skyler? How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. How about you? It's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute. Yeah, doing all right. Crazy busy, but we're hanging in there. I
Good
have
to hear,
never heard
man.
of UDI band, the group UDI, but I see it come up. UDI Drinks on Us, full album, 1998 on YouTube, a full
Yep.
1 hour and 5 minutes long.
It's a good album. I would not recommend it. It's not a kid's album.
As
Even though
your
I was
dad
listening
played
to
with
it.
you. Yeah,
Yeah, I was listening to it at 12, but I would not recommend it for kids.
No,
Song
there's
names
some.
gives that away.
If you read a couple of the song names and look at the fact that my parents were split by then, I think you'll understand why that was on constant rotation.
I'll have to dive into that later today on my own.
What's your
But-
favorite album, Aaron?
My all-time album,
Yeah.
a little controversial, just because of the band, but the album is called Your Favorite Weapon by the band Brand New. Brand New is a little controversial with some allegations, so to speak, but that's my emo heart coming out. The song I'm playing right now all the time in the car with my oldest is A-OK by Tay Verdes. And my 7-year-old loves the throw your middle finger up on the middle of the highway line. He's just in the back. Can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? I was like, no, put your hand down. But it's a bop on the way to school. We roll the windows down. We blast it in the minivan.
That's fun. That's fun. I dig it.
It's a fun song. But we also listen to a lot of A Day to Remember in the car as well. You guys, none of you.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
I didn't know. Nope.
You all are not emos at heart. That's just my vibe. All right.
No.
So I saw you breaking down how you do your prospects and stuff, Skylar. So you need to be ready with this pick coming up in 2 picks. We should be, because you're
yeah.
our Tyler. You're our Tyler for pick 197.
It's gonna be the most unknown
I've
player.
got this.
Yeah, it is. I mean, Cam Nelson threw Tyler for a loop. So let's see what round 7 does for.
Yeah, I looked at
Colorado
Cam
Rockies.
Nelson. I liked him.
Okay, this guy's known.
The thing that sucks is I don't have as deep as Tyler can go.
I mean, nobody
I
does.
have his surface level stats.
Yeah,
So I actually, there's a couple dudes that I had on my board where I hit him up. I was like, hey, you got a little more info for this guy on me? Because I don't know what to do here.
Yeah. The numbers he's able to get with what his access is pretty fun. All right, round 7, pick 197, the Colorado Rockies pick. 3, 2, 1. I'm terrible at this timing.
Houston?
There we go. Antoine Jean, left-handed pitcher from Canada, went to Houston for school. 196th pick prospect on MLB.com. So we're back to even. Last few picks have been 100 picks difference. 17th round pick in 2019 out of Minnesota. Sits about mid-90s, low 90s, fastball, 6'2", 190 pounds, a little bit older. I think the oldest cat we've drafted this year, especially compared to 18-year-old Ethan Holiday. Antoine Jean comes in at age 23. All right, Skylar, hopefully that was enough time to give you, what do you know about Antoine Jean?
Well, let's see here. 3 years at Alabama. Spot starts the first 2 years. Had 6 starts his junior year. And another 5 games in relief for 30 innings. Then transferred to Houston, where he finally caught on, started 14 games last year. Was pretty rough. Rocked an ERA at basically 6 before transitioning to the bullpen this year, where it looks like he caught fire again. 15 strikeouts per 9. Kept his walks per 9 under 3.
That's good.
Hits per 9 at 5 is a little high, but for a reliever, that's a whip under 0.9. That's perfect. I like this pick, especially as a lefty reliever. Based off what he did this year, I like it. I don't know much about his pitches yet. 3 years in the Cape Cod League, where he threw a total of 32 innings. The first 20 is after his sophomore year. But yeah, it seems like he was just kind of like a decent control guy, not great, rougher stuff, got hit around a little bit. And then this transition to the bullpen, it must have come with some kind of a pitch change probably, because he just found it. 110 strikeouts in 67 innings. Yeah.
Yeah, I played at Alabama for a little bit and then to Houston in the Big 12. Was able to extend his arm a little bit. He doubled his innings in Houston compared to Alabama. Just got some inside info from our guy Tyler behind the scenes. Antoine Jean is basically 24. I think he's a month away from his birthday. So he'll sign for little to nothing. Solid left-hand pitcher, pin upside up to 96 with 2 nasty breaking balls. We just don't know what those breaking balls are. Go ahead and look on the Twitter for that if you are following along. We'll have Tyler back on here in a little bit. Once he gets caught up, he's trying to triple task the day as he's moving in, writing articles, covering the draft, all of that kind of stuff. I mean, it's a 7th round pick. You kind of hope that it turns into a relief arm. The Rockies are developing relievers, especially fun left-handers. So it'll be interesting to see what they have with a guy like this. I like the veteran piece of it, so to speak. 24 years old. I don't know if there's a lot of creativity that can go along with that you might see with like a JB Middleton, but you just have a guy who has SEC experience, who figured it out at the Big 12 and has just really honed in, like Skylar was saying, the stats with the relief part. So we'll see how that plays out. All right.
Oh, yep, here it is. Fastball 92 to 95. Yeah, he gained 3 ticks in his fastball this year. He's got a curveball with the 56.5% whiff rate, it looks like. That it sounds is on the same plane as his thing. He was Big 12 pitcher of the year.
There you go. Pedigree.
Which you can never be upset about that pick.
No. You still want winners. Even in like these pick 7, 8, 9, 10 rounds, you still want winners that come in. And I think that's why I like JB Middleton. I like Gene, like you have Bayo. Excuse me, coming in. You can't go wrong with just competitors. Oh my gosh.
It actually sounds like, how many innings did he throw this year? Did he throw? It sounds like he threw a lot of. Oh, he did. Yeah, he threw a lot of like 3 or 4 plus inning relief appearances too, which is a little weird to be doing that in college and having the year that he had.
Maybe he was the opener for Houston. Who knows? Or like the piggyback.
Yeah, the piggyback. You never know. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah.
What are you gonna say, Mike?
I don't think this is gonna be like what Tyler said. I think this is going to be a slot value. It seems like everything I'm reading, he's like a highly rated relief arm in the draft. I know he's a little older, but I think it was the second season ever that someone out of the bullpen hit 100 strikeouts for Houston. So that's fun.
So he has command, he has control, he knows what his stuff does, being able to get out, especially in the Big 12, where Houston is part of. That's no slouch. I like it. It looks like it's slot because it means 197. I think he was 195 overall in MLB. He's a big board. So you're right around the same thing. So
dude, Brent Iredale.
He's just older. All right. So I don't know what question do I want to ask? No, Mike Jr. Isaac, give us a trivia.
A trivia. Okay. So can you guys name the 4 Rockies affiliates from 2019 that are no longer Rockies affiliates?
I'd
start with Class A.
Lancaster. The Lancaster Jet.
Wait, what's the question? I like.
Right.
Yeah.
The 4 minor league
Asheville
affiliates
Tourist.
from 2019 that aren't with the Rockies anymore. Asphalt
Grand
Tourist,
Junction.
that's 2.
Grand Junction
Rockies.
Modesto Nuts.
And
They're
the
missing
Modesto
short
Nuts.
season. Oh, okay. Did you guys get the Boise Hawks?
We did now. I tricked you.
That's the second time. Second time I've done that.
So there should be 5 then, because we don't have the Sky Sox either.
Sky Sox might have been gone before 2019.
Were they? I thought that was their last year with us.
So remember,
they might have been. Maybe they're 2018. Maybe
there.
that's what I saw yesterday.
I might have butchered it as well.
You probably did.
I got all of these like 15 minutes before we started.
You're good. I can.
But I
actually have it on my hot board
because I know Shunk played for Boise. In
2019 would have been Lancaster, Asheville, Boise, Grand Junction.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the 4.
So no Modesto Nuts.
Not Modesto.
Modesto Nuts became Lancaster 16 to 17.
Okay. I was gonna say I was a little worried that I didn't get that, but okay. I'm gonna take a little break. I'll be back in a bit.
Just imagine having the guts to say, "Hey, I'm leaving."
I'm a dog.
All right. So what's that? No, there we go.
There it is.
Yeah, Isaac and his trivia. He needs to be better at the trivia questions and not giving them away.
He's too nice.
I know.
He sees us fail and just gives us the answer.
It's just too nice. I know. You want to try to get us, not be friends with us. Not during trivia time. All right. So who do you guys have winning the home run derby tonight? So it starts at 8:00. I like the field because mainly like 3 of the guys are on my fantasy baseball team. Not the BSB one, which is terrible, but my home league. I have Caminero and I can't remember the other name. But who do you guys have winning the home run derby tonight?
I have Pete Alonso. He's in it, right?
No, he's not. He turned it down. Mr. Home Run Derby turned it down.
Wow, it's too okay. The reason why I liked him is because he really cares about it, but I guess not. All right,
I guess I know he's going off rand. All right, here's your competitors: Byron Buxton, Junior Caminero, Jazz Chisholm, O'Neal Cruz, Big Dumper, Matt Olson, Brent Rooker, and James Wood. James Wood is the other guy on my fantasy team. Who wins it?
It's rough.
Brent Rooker, a shout.
Dude, Brent Rooker went hard on a couple different offseason games for me. I think I'm gonna have to take James Wood tonight. At least with the odds, yeah. I think that you look at the guys who have won it the last few years, and it's always that bigger body dude who doesn't have to use as much effort.
Yeah,
and a couple of those dudes are smaller. They just have good swings, like Jazz. Jazz has a great swing, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold up through the whole Derby.
Yeah,
I think it's going to come down to Raleigh, Wood, and Caminero. Maybe Rooker and Olsen have it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't trust Olsen. I like the Woods pick. I'm going to go Wood as well. It would be cool if Byron Buxton won it, but no, just fun. I like the Home Run Derby. I think it's one of the few all-star events of any sport that I actually like to dive into.
Yeah, that's true. They do it good.
And then the all-star game is always a hit or miss. All right, so a few more questions for you, Skyler, then we'll let you get out of here. The all-star game. It's a little controversial. There's two things that we need to talk about. So the Miz getting the nod, and then Max Fried asking Tariq Skubal if it's okay if he wants to start the All-Star game. So, Mike, I'll let you go first. The Miz, 25 innings pitched, 5 career starts. He is getting the nod over a guy like Ranger Suarez for the Philadelphia Phillies, who's an incredible season. Are you mad about it? Should Miz have even gotten a call with such little experience in the major leagues?
Yeah, this is kind of, I think the root of the problem isn't that he hasn't played a lot. The root of the problem is we have an all-star game middle of the season. Because if Miz goes out there in the second half and shoves with like a 2.5 ERA, it's going to, on the baseball reference page, it's going to make a lot of sense. It's not going to look bad. But because, he's only played 5 games up to this point, it's super odd. Especially, there's other candidates who played so much more. It is just a weird pick, and it's weird that they do this in the middle of the season. I don't know. I just don't get why they do it like this.
They do it because of the break. Like 162 games across 8 months. Like, that's insane.
It goes on an accolade, but it's like your accolade is only half of the season. Like, the second half doesn't really matter.
I get that point, and that's where I think some of the controversy comes from. So you're mad about it because he hasn't proven himself long enough.
Yeah, he could be really bad in the second half, and it could be funny. Like, things can get really funny.
That happens with all-stars all the time. Ubaldo Jimenez.
He could be sent down, though, because he's so young. Like, if he starts really struggling, I doubt it'll happen, but
Brewers like to manipulate their starting pitchers right now. They have like 3 or 4 guys that they call up and down all the time. So Mizorowski might be that guy.
Would he be the first all-star to ever just be called down like mid-season?
He makes his debut, and then like the all-star game, like he debuts in the all-star game, then gets sit down for the next month. Then people would be riot.
He's a Nashville Sound in the all-star game.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be wild.
That would be so funny. What are your thoughts, Skyler?
I think that the real issue here is with people turning down the All-Star game. Yep. That's where the issue spawns. So that's got to be like one of the key things for a lot of sports leagues to fix is like, how do we get dudes to stop like turning this down? And it probably comes with like changing how the All-Star game actually is. It's going to end up being not baseball, which is going to suck. Right. So there really isn't a good answer for it. As far as picking Miz, it's an all-star thing. You're going for the name value. You got to capitalize while it's hot. I'm fine with it. The name value right now for Mizorowski's got to be way higher than Ranger.
Yeah, Miz is hot. You're not going to find Miz is never going to be hotter than right now, and I think he kind of knows that. And I think I agree with you. I find it very hard to believe that the All-Star committee didn't ask Ranger Suarez if he wants to be in the All-Star game.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he had to have been asked after people dropped, and then no, I already have plans. I was already not selected. I already took my vacation. I already want to be there. I'm out of here. Go ask somebody else. And you can probably go down the list before the Miz was asked. And I think that's the stuff that we don't know. And I'm just assuming.
Yeah, there's so many things we don't know that just kind of ruins it.
Makes sense. That should have happened, right? And then what about Tariq Skubal getting the call from Max Fried? Should he have gotten it? So Aaron Boone is the manager for the AL. Max Fried, huge Atlanta ties, 8 seasons in Atlanta, is having a fantastic first half of the year in New York. All-Star games in Atlanta. Boone's the manager, but Tariq Skubal is Tariq Skubal. Max Fried called Skubal asking, hey, do you want to start? And Skubal basically said, yeah, I do. And now he's the starter. Should that call have ever been made?
Aaron, who started last year's game?
Not Tariq Skubal. I don't know. It was Skeens versus somebody.
There you go.
No,
yeah, I don't really think it matters because no one.
That would have been the AL, so it wouldn't have been Skeens.
Skeens was the NL pick versus the AL.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah,
someone you forgot. So I mean, I don't know. I think it's like
it might have been Garrett Cole. Garrett Cole might have started last year because I think he was still healthy by the All-Star break.
I get your point though.
But yeah, I actually didn't hear about this call until just now, which I kind of find hilarious, but I love it.
Corbin Burns was the starter last year.
Oh, that's right. He just murdered it for the Orioles. Then they let him walk, and now they've fallen off a cliff.
Hey, letting him walk was literally not a bad idea.
No,
I mean, they did get.
Retrospectively,
who did they get for him?
They got a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah, they got
he was a
one of those
qualifying offer guy. Picks. Yeah.
They got somebody for him that I really liked. I forget who it was.
Yeah.
It was. I think they got a Loy for him, which I'd take. Yeah, but I think that I'm fine with everything in the story as it went down. I think that it's fine making that call because like it's been your hometown for a long time. You just want to see if you can get the chance to be like, hey, this is my stuff. And you're probably going to start more than one All-Star game. But at the same time, you've never started one before. So I can understand Tariq saying, no, I want to start this one. I earned it. This is my spotlight.
And Tariq's been very vocal about wanting to start the All-Star game. That's like one of his career bucket list marks. But I think if you're Max Fried or even Aaron Boone, I don't think you allow that phone call to happen. I think you say, yeah, I'm starting because the storyline's there. We can play nepotism. This is the one time we can get away with it. Let's do it. And I don't know, like you have the chance, like Germán Marquez started the All-Star game in 2021 for in Colorado because that was the storyline. I don't think he was the best pitcher for the NL at that time, but that was the storyline. I think Max Fried being that storyline, who probably, I don't know who has the longevity of being an All-Star again, where Tariq Skubal will be an All-Star again. Like,
I was at that All-Star game. That was awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure it was a blast. Like I would love to go to an All-Star game.
Great time.
So I don't know. The All-Star game is always fun. I think the Major League Baseball does it a little bit better than any other thing. The only All-Star break I've seen that's been better than the MLB one is when the NHL did their Four Nations. This NHL Four Nations was
that fun. Was awesome.
That was fun. I was actually tuning in Canada, like the small little tournament. I even liked when the NHL did like their 4-on-4 tournament stuff, like with teams. Like that was fun. Like should the Major League Baseball do wiffle ball?
Oh my god,
imagine
that'd be awesome.
Wiffle ball.
Yeah, they should just have 5-man wiffle ball team tournaments for the All-Star game, and then everybody would show up. It'd be fine. Give them all $1 million. It'll be fine.
That would be a blast.
But they have Snoop Dogg. I don't know if you guys saw him in the softball game.
Who?
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, I didn't hear what you
said. He
was
getting at like some like they do like some famous people love to act like they're above that like softball thing. Snoop Dogg was getting after it. He was
I'd get after it.
Yeah, if you get that call, you got a ball out.
You gotta ball.
going.
You gotta at least show some effort.
Yeah, seriously, don't just be there to be
I'm
there.
diving.
Yeah, like let us play.
I'll dive through.
Isaac's favorite player was just taken.
Oh, was he?
Joey
Ragsdale?
Arriola.
Oh, Areola. Yeah,
Oh,
I just saw that. All right, Skylar, appreciate you hanging out with us. Continue to be a
anytime.
great
Thanks
follow.
for the
Go ahead
call,
and give your
guys.
shout out.
Appreciate it.
Put yourself out there. What's your where can people find you?
Handles right there. Strobel Skyler on Twitter. It's the best place to find me and any of my baseball takes.
And he loves putting his takes out there.
Oh yeah,
Very
You
opinionated,
guys-
and you stick to it. I love it.
Yep.
Never against it.
Every now and then I'll change, but I think Lewis knows the one point that I'm not changing on.
Yeah.
Yep.
You're wrong about that point. Ryan Ritter.
No, Ryan Ritter.
All right.
All right. I appreciate you, guys.
Thank you guys. Have a good rest of your day. I'll talk to you guys later.
Later, man.
Wow. I'm tired.
You're tired. I don't know why.
What?
I'm trying not to get caffeine in my body.
Oh, dude, you have to put caffeine in your body.
I almost have to, right?
Don't listen to him, Lewis. You're too young.
It's true. I try not to do anything like that.
Dude,
In the gym.
your life is so much better with caffeine. Like your workouts are gonna be better with caffeine.
Well, yeah, okay. I only take caffeine to go to the gym.
So take
So
the
I'm
caffeine
so
now and then
amped
go to
up
the
in
gym.
the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So if I take it now, I won't be as amped up in the gym.
You could be. Just take more caffeine.
Okay, but then just
What
pretend
time are
it,
you going
man.
to the gym tonight, Lewis?
I'm gonna hit a quick
8 a.m.
nap after this. After whenever this ends, I'm gonna hit a quick nap and then
So like
I'm gonna go to the
4
gym.
a.m.
Probably like midnight. I'll drive to the gym.
I feel like that.
Which
So
there's still like
your
a lot of
nap.
people there. It's odd, man. It is odd.
I mean,
Tampa.
probably because it's not crowded. Not
I
as
don't know.
crowded.
It's a little crowded. Yeah, no, it's surprisingly crowded at midnight.
That's weird.
Last night, some dude was shaving in the sauna. I was like,
That's gross. That's weird. You need a new gym.
Well, you don't even like need shaving cream for that. Like the
No,
sauna
yeah.
is gonna
It's not
fully
like
your skin for you.
That's gross.
It's crazy. And we're waiting for this next Rockies pick here. We have like 10 more
Ooh.
picks until. Yeah.
Some good baseball talk right now.
No, he was making me feel bad because he was doing like push-ups in the sauna, and I was like, "This guy's just getting after it, man."
That guy sucks. I don't go to the gym. I have a home gym here, but that's exactly why I don't go to the gym. I am not going to sit in a sauna, watch a dude shave, and do push-ups.
It was odd, yeah. It was.
What
weird.
a-
It was just me and him in the sauna.
What a jabroni. That's so weird and gross
Were
and
you
just
talking
awkward.
to him, Lewis?
Like,
Yeah,
I really like your form. How did you figure out your form?
I was not talking to this guy.
What's the point
Well-
of you doing push-ups in the sauna? Just have a few questions ready to go and report back.
If I see him today,
So the sauna guy. So you sauna.
I'm gonna look up shaving in the sauna is like a real thing.
That's fucking gross.
It's got like nowhere to go. It's just balls to the ground.
Aaron, when's your birthday?
September 3rd.
You don't share the same birthday with Kale Wetwiska.
What Wiska and I are not birthday pals. No, I know. No, Sean White and I are birthday pals. You guys all know who Sean White is, do you?
No.
Oh my god!
One day I will be like this, Aaron. One day. See, it's
So
not
Sean
fair 'cause-
White is arguably the best snowboard Olympian, best winter
Oh,
Olympian
right,
ever.
yeah. I forget
X
that name.
Game
Yeah, Sean White.
G, the
You
flying
did not know that,
tomato.
Lewis.
Is he bald?
No, he's redhead. He's the flying tomato.
Oh.
How do you? Oh my
Kind of
god!
looks like lions.
Yeah, but better looking. Like, I can't believe you don't know who Sean White is. That's God. Never seen Friends. Sean White.
Georgia Southern pitcher.
No,
You need to do
that
like
Sean White.
you need to do a trivia, not like a trivia, but
Yeah, that
a
was
Q&A before you let people into BSB. Like, do you know who Sean White is? Do you know Do you watch Friends? I don't know.
The less we have in common, the more likely you are to be involved, because it needs to stay young.
Well, it's
You
not fair
guys-
because you work at like a school, so you get all of like the younger lingo.
Oh
right?
yeah, I know what's going on.
You know
He
what's
knows
going
what's
on.
going on.
We don't know what's going on. Like, I need to work at like what's an old place?
What's an old Applebee's?
Like a nursing home. Not like,
Oh.
A nursing home. What up, Glenn? What you got for me today?
oh man. Patrick yesterday was talking about fax machines, and we were all like, what does that even mean?
What is a fax machine?
What is a fax machine?
What is
Like,
dial up?
We don't know of it.
All right, we're at pick 220. Rockies are pick 227. I know you're looking at the board right now, Lewis. Is there any names that you recognize that are still available, particularly those names that we talked about literally 2 hours ago, which is insane that we're still going 2 hours into day two. Probably go for about another hour at most. Any names that are still standing out there that we could possibly get a steal for?
Yeah, I mean, I'm locked in. I got all day to go. Henry Ford is a good one. I think
Another Henry
created
Ford?
the first car. I made that joke yesterday.
He did.
Jared Jones is a guy that we've seen in the comment section a lot. So the LSU guy, you can't go wrong. A guy that Tyler had us getting a lot, Jared Spencer, pitcher from Texas, is still on the board. And we still have my guy Grant J on the board.
Grant J.
And you still have Jaden Stroman, I know, is a really good prep arm. And then Omar Sterno with a prep catcher. Can't ever go wrong with a prep catcher. Still a lot of good, I think, seniors on the board. Darian Pendergrass is up there for me, too.
And why do you like Pendergrass? What's your connection with Pendergrass?
I was Jersey.
Why again?
So he played summer league ball in Lexington, and they were the Blowfish. So Hootie and the Blowfish did like a collab where they were like, let me just get the jersey.
Just imagine put it on, go off screen, put it on, and put it back on. So when they announce his name, you are the only one in Rockies Media that is wearing a Pendergrass jersey.
Oops.
I love it.
And it says Blowfish on the bag. Anyways, I'll put it on in a minute. Long story short, I needed like a large, and so I wanted. It was like $150. We went to like charity though, so we're all good. And he was the one that fit me. So and it was a game worn jersey, so I had to like white out all the the dirt on it. You know, I had to like use the Tide marker to make it look nice and good. Yeah, I don't know if that's like not allowed.
Are you supposed to wear game worn jerseys?
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know.
Does it smell bad?
Nah, it smells good. It looks good, right?
I mean, it's a cool
You would
jersey.
never know it's game worn, right?
No.
Is it weird that I wear it?
I don't know.
Do you?
I've always wondered that. I've never bought a game worn jersey because I don't know what protocol is.
Yeah, me neither. It's my first time sharing this. But he did play in it, so.
Yankees just drafted Richie Bonamolo Jr.
Ooh. Alabama outfielder?
Just a fun name.
Cam Tilly, too.
I don't know who he is.
I was gonna say, like, is this just the fun name thing we've been doing? Okay.
Now the worst thing is the tracker doesn't know these guys either. So there's not even like a little helpful blurb that we can get.
Yeah, this guy that just got drafted by the Mets, Cam Tilly, not previously drafted, not anybody's big board. I mean, what Isaac's looking at is above the broadcast, ahead of the broadcast, so I'm a little bit behind.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You're gonna be a couple picks behind.
So they're just now announcing 224. Yeah.
Whoa.
So 3 picks.
Are you on the draft tracker, Lewis?
No, I'm on the.
Yeah, wow, what's up?
Look at the Tigers pick, the 7th round. They don't even have a name. They just have a school and.
Wait, no, that's the guy that you asked Aaron for his name or the birthday.
What?
Yeah. I think they took off the name.
They took off his name?
Maybe they
What?
selected. Let's see.
That's bizarre.
Carrington Cross. Oh wait, yeah, no, the Tigers don't have a draft pick at 219. according to the tracker. 218, Bryson Dudley. 219, Tigers blank. 220, Carrington Cross to the Padres.
I wonder what the story is.
Last year, Sam Girth was kind of the same way. No one knew who he was coming out.
Except for Tyler.
Yeah.
Tyler loves Sam Girth.
He loves
He
Sam
loves
Girth.
some girth. All right.
There, I was waiting for one of you to do it. All right, pick 225. Dodgers list went in. White Sox just picked Blaine Wink out of Ohio State. So Rockies are on the board. I'll have to look at the draft tracker. Okay, make your prediction. Position player, arm.
I think we're at the point in the draft where
We're
gonna
going
draft
arms.
Sam
Yeah.
Horn. That's my assumption.
Sam Horn.
Sam Horn.
He's like a Nebraska baseball player.
We're gonna go a little over slot first.
is he an Iowa cat?
No.
Oof.
He's Pipeline's 128, and he's not drafted yet. I don't know. Wait, maybe
Is
did
he
get
a high
drafted.
school guy? He might just go back.
Just
No,
make
he
the
is from
draft.
college.
I'll have to drop Nugget on this pick and then
Missouri.
eat speed back around rounds 9 through 11. All right, Tyler will be joining us for the next few picks. There it is. You were both wrong. Position
Oh.
player.
Oh, I like this guy. Tanner
Tyner
Thatch,
Thatch.
good power.
Tyner Thatch, 151st overall. So we're going to reverse order.
I know this guy. I love it.
All right, tell me about him. Tell me about him.
No, good power. The hit tool is gonna be questionable, especially the MLB level. I don't think he has a home defensively, but he's gonna hit bombs, and he's gonna be a first base DH type. Think of like a Hunter Goodman without the catching prowess.
Yep.
20 run on Pipeline, so I don't think I've ever seen someone get a 20 run. But yeah, I always take him in this baseball game I play out of the park. So because he hits bombs, so it's fun.
Yeah, he leads UNC Wilmington's career leader with 54 homers. And can you name the Hall of Famer that he's a great nephew to?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think
Should I be able to do it?
it is kind of connected to Blowfish in the name sense.
Catfish Hunter.
Yep. Catfish Hunter. Yep.
Actually?
Yeah, see how I gave you a clue instead of just giving you the answer? He is the great nephew of Hall of Famer
Okay.
Catfish Hunter. It was drafted in the 18th round in 2022 by the Giants. Obviously didn't sign. Set a freshman home run record with 15 in 2023 before hitting 27 this past year. Has some Cape Cod League experience, 8 homers, just 55 power across the board, and you kind of see it. That's fun. That's the kind of pick I like at around 8. Like I want a big bopper potential, like come be my Jason Giambi of 2027, and let's have some fun while we do it. I am here for that.
Yeah, this is a fun pick. It's also really fun. It gave me a lot of energy when I recognized the name of a draft pick.
Yeah, and getting him what do we say, 154th overall, and here we are at 220, 230. Like that's awesome.
I think he's gonna have like a Braylon Wimmer, not like the same player, but type of career where just always gonna hit well. Single A, high A, and I mean Wimmer's gonna do it in double A when he gets there.
Should be fun. All right, we're gonna have some friends join us with Rockies now, talking Rockies and the draft pick so far. Just
I'm gonna need
waiting.
some trivia, Isaac.
Yeah, have the trivia ready, Isaac. So when our
Okay.
friends join us, we'll have them up there. Just waiting for Steven, wherever Steven's at. I don't know.
Did you guys see,
Go ahead.
did you guys see what Tyler's message was about Tyler Thatch?
No, go ahead and read it to us.
Okay. Tyler says that Tanner Thatch is a power contact combo, though his plate discipline is all over the place. 106th, 90th exit velocity, 88.7 zone contact rate, but 35.1 chase percentage is like 10% above average. So really solid bat. Yeah.
Zone contact rate, about the chase percentage is a little scary, but
yeah.
I think you're okay with that chase percentage if it's producing that power. I don't know who was having the conversation, whether it was you guys yesterday or us today, about if you're gonna have the swing and miss, at least have the power along with it. And I think you're okay with that with Tanner Thatch. We're not seeing, like, we know Tolia has the swing and miss, but we're not seeing that power this year so much.
Yeah.
So I kind of got excited at the beginning of that. It was like, all right, Aiden Longwell, like power, contact, but it looks like his contact just isn't as good as an Aiden Longwell.
Yeah.
So to speak.
Lewis, would you rather have Jared Jones or Tanner Thatch?
I mean, give me 55 power any day of the week. It might not be the smart decision when running a team, but 55 power is 55 power in the 8th round. I always draft this guy in the 8th round when I'm armchair GM, so don't know. Maybe that's bad on me that Bill Schmidt is doing my strategy.
Didn't you send him an email about it?
Yeah, Grant J too. I always get Grant J, so we'll see. He's still there.
There we go.
106/90th is crazy, yeah.
There it is. Okay.
So if he can just stop chasing, we'll have a good player.
Yeah, that's all he's
got to do. It's always someone's biggest downfall. All right, let's see. The Rockies now guys are in.
Yeah.
See if I can get this screen.
All right, Isaac, if you want to take a break now. No, wait, you already took a break.
I did.
You already
take
came
a
back.
break.
Yeah.
But I have to take a quick break, but I'll be back.
All right.
Okay.
So remove him. Boom. Boom. Rockies now is in the house. How we doing? Steve, what's up?
What's up?
How you been?
Adam, yeah. Doing good. It's been a while. Yeah, I think this is Adam's first time on BSB, so we're happy to be here, man. What a draft.
Yeah, definitely like what day one gave us. But Adam, day two, nice to meet you. Welcome to
you too.
BSB and all that good stuff. Have you been following day two? You excited about day two? Do you have any idea what's going on? What's going on?
I have been following day two as best I can. As you guys know, I'm working right now, so as most of us are. But yeah, no, I think the Rockies have done an outstanding job through this entire draft, honestly. Day one was super exciting. And then day two, for people who pay attention more to that kind of stuff like us, me and Steve and Tom over at Rockies now, it's been a good draft in my opinion, for sure.
Yeah, you can't be mad about what they're doing. They're definitely doing some underslot moves to pay for Ethan Holiday, which I think all Rockies fans are excited about. I have my concerns about it, but I'm excited that Ethan Holiday is part of the Colorado Rockies organization. I like some of these names. But Steve, who is your favorite draft pick so far that's like, all right, that's the guy I'm going to be following as he comes up? Hopefully you're not frozen on us.
Is he? Oh, man.
Yeah, he has some disconnection issues logging in. Oh, he came back. All right, so Adam, who's the name that you're all in on, except for Ethan?
Man, I did not think that Big Max was going to be there at that pick, to be honest with you. So that's a huge pickup for the Rockies. I love that power. I love that upside for him. JB Middleton's a good pick too. I wanted Riley Quick because of that sinker ball. I really want sinker ball pitchers in Colorado. But yeah, I'm happy with all of it, but Max, it's got to be Max for sure.
Yeah, like that. Isaac, who's your guy? I don't think I've actually asked you that yet.
I did give you my answer, but I'll give you a new one since there's been new picks. But Antoine Jean, I'm really excited about. The 24-year-old pretty much has these plus pitches. I think he's gonna see time in high A this season if he gets the nod, and if not, he's gonna either start next year in either high A or double A. But really polished, but for like how old he is the reason why he fell to round 7. But really solid guy. I really like his pitches. Good curveball, nice slider pair with it, fastball that plays up. Fun guy. he could be similar to like a Colin Baumgartner, who's like
Yeah.
older, but just dominates the lower levels until he gets to that point where he should be. And I won't be surprised if that's something that the Rockies do decide to do with Antoine Jean.
Yeah, I mean, you're 24. You got to be pushed somewhere somehow. You don't take it slow with a 24-year-old with that pedigree. All right, but okay, so Adam, you guys have been covering the Rockies for a while now. I know you're new to the Rockies Now beat. I think this is your first season.
It is my first season. Yeah.
All right, so welcome to Misery.
Thank you.
So it looks like you've been a fan for a while. Looking at the background, Colorado sports through and through. But what is your kind of biggest takeaway from the season so far? Like, it's terrible, but
yeah. To be honest with you, man, I really just want to see these young players develop and know that, we have a foundation for the future. Because I'm a big believer in a lot of these guys in the system, Fernandez being Ritter, all these guys. I think the Rockies have a really bright future, especially now with Condon and Holiday in the mix. But as far as this season is concerned, I just wanted to see the young guys play. So, I wasn't really interested in, Kyle Farmer or Nick Martini or any of these guys. I wanted to just, if we were going to be really bad, I wanted us to be really bad with young players to be able to see what they can do. Mm-hmm. And granted, there have been situations with a couple of these young players where, they just have struggled so much that we've had to send them down, unfortunately. But I think that's part of the journey with young players. I think we're going to have these ups and downs, right? They're going to get sent down a couple times before they figure it out sometimes. But overall, I think the Rockies have become more watchable now lately with the players that they're putting out there. We get to see Fernandez play now. We got Ritter out there. So Brenton Doyle's starting to turn it around a little bit. I think, when it comes to him, it's probably just more the family issues, unfortunately, that he's had this year. I don't know who could play through that kind of stuff, to be honest with you. I really like what they're doing lately at the plate as far as their approach. I think they've really changed their approach at the plate offensively to become more productive. And I think that was a big part of some of the issues under Bud Black and his staff. But yeah, I'm excited about the Rockies, man. I try to be as positive as I can. I actually picked them to make the playoffs at the beginning of the year, but that didn't work out. So
yeah, I had them at 99 losses. So not as optimistic, but in hindsight, pretty optimistic, all things considered.
Yeah, sure.
But I think what you're saying, I think, is what we've all been kind of hoping for at BSB is let the kids play. We want to see them and let them do their thing. The fact that Braxton Fulford got a call up is awesome. Hunter Goodman going off. Like, we all saw Hunter Goodman like being a dog, and the fact he was able to show it and getting recognized for it as an all-star is dope as hell. So I mean, there are some good pieces. I'm still worried about the starting pitching all the way through. Like, there's some depth, but it's not the great depth and development and all that. But I think there's more of those questions that we all had at the beginning of the season have been answered, as opposed to more questions. Which, if you're going to lose 120 games, at least there's that. I don't know. It's tough.
For sure.
So who's your favorite Rocky? And okay, no, give us a little background. So why are you a Rockies fan? How did you become a Rockies fan? Who is the Rockies player that really solidified you being a Rockies fan?
For sure. That's a great question, man. I've been watching the Rockies since, they became a team. Me and my dad would watch them on Channel 2, and remember watching Eric Young and Ellis Burks and Vinny and all those guys. My guy was Andres Galarraga, for sure. Yeah. I just loved watching him hit tanks, man. And I remember that one he hit at, I think it was called Joe Robbie Stadium at the time, or Pro Player Stadium. I think it was Kevin Brown, right, in Florida. He hit it to the upper tank. Man, I'll never forget that home run. But yeah, the Rockies have just always been a huge part of my life. I'm a Mariners fan too. So before the Rockies were even a thing, I used to watch Ken Griffey Jr. on TV, because he was always on the NBC, and Bob Costas and all those guys were calling those games. Yep. So I thought he was like the coolest thing I've ever seen, and so he's always been my favorite player. But as far as the Rockies are concerned, man, It's just like in my blood, honestly, man. I just, ever since I saw the Rockies play their first game, I've just been a huge fan. I have had my episodes where I've been like, you know, like, I don't want to root for this team anymore. And I will actively like try to like root for other teams just because I'm mad at ownership and I want things to change. But through and through, I'm a Rockies fan, man. So I was just a little mad at them for a while, but I'm a Rockies fan. I got a Rockies tattoo on my chest. So
yeah, through and through, deep through it.
Yes,
but I think that's what makes you a Rockies fan, being mad at ownership and quitting, but can't quit and all that. It's
yeah,
it's fandom. It is completely
sir.
okay to be irrational. And I think sometimes that gets lost. I try to keep it rational sometimes, but at a certain time, it's just like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah.
And it's okay to say that.
No
out loud.
doubt.
My
No doubt.
internet crashed out and my phone died, so we're good now.
All right.
We were
good.
just talking about you, man. No worries.
Yeah. Yeah, it was one of those weird things. But I don't know, like, Aaron, like, what are your thoughts on the draft so far? I mean, I'm sure you probably shared with a little bit with everybody else, but I mean, Ethan Holiday, I mean, this has been our guy both of our guys on both Rockies now and Blake Street Banner. We've been looking at Ethan for the last year, right? I mean, I remember last year Laviolette was in the conversation, and then he fell down, and I still had hope in Laviolette. I still saw a little bit of, maybe this is too much, but a little bit of Caglione in him. You know, strikeout numbers were a little bit high, but I still liked him. But at the end of the day, we got Ethan Holiday, which is all we can ask for.
Yeah, I don't know how much I believe my words when I say this, but I was saying it earlier. I don't know if I like the Ethan Holiday pick, not because it's Ethan Holiday, but because it's the Colorado Rockies and the history of developing high school prospects.
Yeah.
But it's Ethan Holiday, who is Matt Holiday's son, which makes that kind of a little bit more okay with it. Like if they would have drafted Eli Willits or whoever went first overall, I think I would be mad. I would be a little upset. Like you still have that big pedigree or that big talent and the big stuff that, like, hey, you're going to be a dog. But do I trust the Rockies doing that? I don't know. I don't think so. I kind of wish they would have gone a Jamie Arnold type arm, just because I trust their developing of arms a little bit better. Like as we follow the Colorado Rockies minor league system, you can see the talent being pushed and progressed and getting better every single step of the way. Don't really see that with the bats. You see the bats get to AA and they slow down. Kyle Carroll's might be the exception this year. And then AAA hits and then they go off, and then pro league, it's just, and I think that's what altitude does, and then talent and all that. So the Rockies just haven't figured out what is that step to get from AA productivity to AAA and then being prepared for the majors as soon as you're there, because nobody seems to be prepared for it. I think Ryan Ritter is the most prepared for it, just because he is like the most athletic guy. Like he was like the safest guy that got a call up. Zach Veen, big holes, big talent, big holes. You see that with Yankeel Fernandez, big talent, big holes. Ryan Ritter has just been proven that he can do it. That's not a Rockies thing. That's a Ryan Ritter thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's where I get a little concerned with an Ethan Holiday pick. But again, like I said, I'm not mad Ethan Holiday is a Colorado Rocky, because Matt Holiday is in that camp. But I think there needs to be some worry in that. But like Adam said, I'm huge on Max Blau. I think that's a dog we got lucky with, who got injured. The Rockies have done this in the past. So they're going to draft somebody high who's off the injury, and we're going to get him a little bit cheaper than what we would have the year before. So I like that pick. And I think the talent is there where you don't have to develop it. Like you have the contact ability. You don't have to create that. You had to create that with Zach Veen. You have to create that with Drew Romo, all those type of stuff. So overall, I like the draft. You can kind of tell they had to overpay for Ethan with some of these picks that they've got. But I mean, Cam Nelson's going to be fun to watch in high A Spokane, manning center field. Like we're going to be okay with that. Riley Kelly, I know Tyler's big on. If Tyler's big on somebody, I'm going to trust that. So I don't think we can be mad about how the draft has gone. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to play. We had the conversation earlier. Kind of curious what your guys' thoughts are. Do they have a superstar in a Charlie Condon or an Ethan Holiday? Because we know they need a superstar to compete. They need that guy that takes over. Thought we had in Brent Doyle slow down. I mean, we talked a little bit about that, but can Condon or Ethan be the guy?
I feel like, I mean, both guys have tremendous amount of pressure because Condon was that guy last year, Holiday this guy this year. I feel like maybe it would be more on Holiday to have more pressure because Condon now just has to worry about playing because, again, like I said, last year he was the guy. Now he's in Double-A. He doesn't really have to worry about, oh, no, I'm like the guy that the Rockies fans are looking at. And now it's more toward Ethan. I will say, though, I do think Ethan's more prepared for it because, again, I'm sure Ethan's had 1,000 thoughts go through his mind. Like, I might go to Colorado. This has been in the talks for a long time. I mean, the Rockies have known Ethan for ever since he was a baby, right? So I would assume he's kind of known this. If I had to pick one to be a superstar, I'm going to go Ethan here. I think he embraces it very much so. Ethan, of course, with Matt right there with him, it would be kind of cool to see Matt in the front office. But I know a lot of Rockies fans, including myself, would be like, I don't know about that because we need to get outside people inside. But I think Matt knows his son more than anyone else. I think he needs to have some sort of voice. It would be kind of cool to see him as a hitting coach or a hitting instructor in the minor leagues or something. But if I had to pick one, I would probably go Ethan here. Condon is going to be really, really good, I think. And I think we like over at Rockies now, we talked about a few times before how people were freaking out about Condon, how he was a bust pick. But you look at his numbers this year in single A, I mean, they were very good. I mean, the power still has yet to come, but the guy's getting on base almost every single game. He's getting doubles, getting walks. He had more walks than strikeouts for Spokane. There's a lot of positivity there. And I think last year with his, was it like a wrist injury for Condon?
Yeah.
So I think that was, affecting it too. Both guys are going to be studs. I really do. But at the same time, though, we don't want to give them too much pressure because what the Rockies need to do, and I was thinking about this last night, they need to draft several more superstar type players instead of just one or two. They need a whole lineup of them, like the Dodgers, the Yankees. We need that, and hopefully we'll find some in the later rounds here, in like the fourth round, like Hunter Goodman, fourth round pick a few years back. The Rockies need guys like that who could be future all-stars. We just can't say, well, we're hoping that this guy can turn around his career around. He's been injured in college or high school. We can't have nothing of that. We need to have guys who are going to put in the work, that are going to show up day one and contribute. So I'm going to go Holiday here. Just, I guess this is my pick. I'm a homer, and I think the last time I was on with you guys, I told you Matt Holiday was my all-time favorite player. So I'm going to be a bias here. I'm going to go Ethan here.
I think that to answer your question, Aaron, it's going to depend on the Rockies. Like you were just talking about, their ability to adjust what they're doing at the lower levels and figure out how to develop these bats for the major leagues. Because if the Rockies fail these players, then they're not going to have any superstars, right? And I think we're hoping that they're both going to be just awesome players. We need like a Cargo Tulo. We need like a Nolan Trevor kind of resurgence. We need a 1-2 punch because we don't have that right now. But Aaron made an excellent point earlier. They're going to have to develop these players. They're going to have to do right by these players and not rush them and do everything that they can to make sure that they set them up for success. Otherwise, they have no chance at being superstars, in my opinion.
Yeah. And see, I think they need to push them, though. I think they need to rush them. I'm kind of anti slow play, the player development. Like, we've seen the Rockies call up guys to the major league level. Terrible. Get called down, go hang out in Albuquerque for 2-3 weeks, then come back and they were good, right? Jordan Beck, Hunter Goodman spent all of the final month last year working on whatever he was working on. I was like, what are we doing here? Like, this is stupid. But it ended up working out. He became an all-star, and I don't know if because he wasn't catching at the time, so like I still don't know why he was sent down there. I don't know what adjustments were made, but like rush them up so they know what they need to work on, as opposed to, hey, this is where your hole is. Let's figure out how to work on it. If I'm Zach Veen and you're telling me, hey, I think this is what you need to work on, I don't know if I'm going to trust that as much until I experience it. And experience is the best teacher. And I know every single one of us on this call can pinpoint that time. Like, I'm glad I experienced that because now I know what to do better next time with whatever that is. No matter how prepared you were for that moment, it still kicked your ass. And then you're better prepared for it later. I think there's something in that with hitting. I don't know about pitching so much. I think there's a little bit more that needs to go involved with it, but I think there's more numbers that can be created to help tell the story to be better as a pitcher, especially at altitude. But I think the hitting stuff, like you just need to figure out what a 99-mile-per-hour fastball is, tunneled with a slider right after that is, and experience that so you know what that actually looks like. You're not going to get that at AAA. You're not going to get that at all. You might get it at AA with some dogs, but you're just as good at them as them at that time. You might not know. So I like the idea of the development, but I think how they're developing, it needs to be changed a little bit. And they seem to be pushing players pretty quickly. Like Hunter Goodman being a major leaguer at 2 years after being drafted is pretty quick for a position player. Tovar was up real quick, and we see how that's going. Doyle, I think Doyle was slow played a little bit, but the pitching's been up there. I don't know. Jordan Beck was fast played. Yeah. And so I think getting them up there, I think that's changing a little bit with their mentality. So I think there's something there.
How quickly do you think we'll see Condon then, if that's the play?
We had a conversation about that earlier. We are at pick 252. Rockies have pick 257. Charlie Condon or Kyle Karros, who makes the debut first? I think we all, minus Isaac, said Karros. I think Karros gets the call first. But I think it's because Karros is more ready. But again, he's being pushed pretty quickly. Like he'll be in AAA by the end of July. Like there's no doubt about it. So does Condon make his debut? He makes his debut as a September call up, not as a August type guy.
I think for me, I'm going to say next year. I just feel like it's going to be Karros. I agree with you guys. I think Karros, he had a really good spring, and I think the Rockies like doing that. They like, hey, if you had a good spring, we're going to call you up this year like a guarantee. And that's not a bad thing. I think it's a great thing. I mean, the guy has proven that he can play against major league pitchers. I mean, Karros got a hit off of, Sean Manaea the other week in Hartford? Yeah. And so, I mean, it doesn't mean he's 100% ready, but I think he's more ready than Condon is. I mean, what's so cool is that Eric Karros was a guy that he was kind of like in the middle rounds, right? He wasn't, I forget what, I mean, you guys know what round he was. I think it was in the middle rounds, day 2 or day 3 pick. And I think a lot of people were like, okay, his bat is okay. Defense is pretty good. Speed, good. But he's really developed into a guy that he's in the, top 10 Rockies prospects, right? Or something like that. So
should be really close.
Yeah. And so 100%. And I think it's going to be Karros. And I think with Condon, I think for him, there's still some things that maybe he could work on. But like you said, maybe try Condon, have him play right field, left field, maybe right field, third base, because I think, I don't know what you guys think, but with all these picks and selections, it kind of tells me Mac's time with the Rockies is getting pretty close to being done. Now, will they trade him? I don't know. I mean, his value is pretty low. But I don't know. We'll see. But I would have to go Karros here.
Yeah, starting to develop a lot of talent at that third base spot. If you're the Rockies, or at least stockpiling talent, that's a good problem to have, honestly. But I do think it'll be Karros first. And I don't know if they'll wait till next year for Condon. I think the way they pushed him this year, we'll probably see him in September. But my concern there, like you were talking about, Steve, is the power hasn't come yet. He was a big-time power hitter at Georgia. We know he can get bat to ball. That's not a concern, but I do want to see some more power out of him. before we call him up. But maybe he'll fix that in the next couple months.
Yeah, the exit velo for Condon is a lot better. Again, last year with that injury, it just was, it was pretty much in plain sight that he was not doing well. Something was wrong with him. It was just like people were like, "Oh, he's a bust pick," and it's just like, guys, he literally played a full college season, won the Golden Spikes Award. He's worn out. I mean, and then with Drew Romo, I still am high on him, even though he's had not a great year for the Isotopes. But I last year, or even a couple of years ago, some of these players, they get drafted out of high school or college, they're exhausted. They've had a full season of baseball under their belt, and then they go right into the major leagues. I mean, this is a big step. This is not like, okay, I'm just going to show up to a baseball game tomorrow. No, this is a completely different change, different environment, different organization. You meet new people. It's awkward. It's weird for the first week, but after that, then you start getting used to the whole vibe, the whole operation of things. And I think for a lot of Rockies prospects, it's difficult, but yeah, like you were saying, Aaron, it sucks to see a lot of these guys go to AA, AAA, and then they just die out. They flame out. It's just like they lose their gas. They're not the players that we saw when they were drafted or when they were in Fresno, Spokane. And there's a hole there that needs to be fixed. Do I know what it is? I mean, I don't know. I don't work in the organization, but I do think that there needs to be some sort of change, obviously, in a lot of areas.
All right, I'm going to interrupt you. We got our draft pick.
Yeah.
Round 9, pick 257. The Rockies select Zach Rogacki, catcher out of sunny Binghamton. So I think that's pretty sure that's a JUCO. Mike or Isaac, do you know anything about this guy? Tyler's not giving us anything.
Yeah, his dad's name is Lewis, so shout out his dad.
Huge shout out to dads and the name Lewis. The State University, Binghamton is a mid-sized university made of 6 schools. Yeah, so it's a playoff. It might be like a D1, D2. I don't know. Do you know anything, Isaac?
Yeah, 2025, he appeared in 55 games, 25 as a catcher, 25 as a right fielder, I believe.
Okay.
The others, I don't know. But he hit 361 with the 437 OBP. He had more walks than strikeouts. He hit 8 home runs while having 21 doubles plus triples. Solid guy. I haven't seen any videos of him swinging the bat, but it looks like he's a pretty patient hitter, a blight being in the AEC division of NCAA. But his ability to play both catcher and outfield is valuable, but I'm going to try and find some videos here in a bit.
As you find those, Tyler got to us. All right. 9th rounder, Zach Rogacki is a catcher from Binghamton U. 91% zone contact rate with a 17% chase rate. Love those numbers.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Exit velocity is a little low, 101.5, but quality receiver and framer with a near 30 caught stealing percentage. Likely very underslot again, backup catcher upside. But if we don't have to develop the contact skill, that's just a win.
Big plus. Yes,
was Hedges a two-way player, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, are they going to do what they did with Agnos and have him pitch, or do you think he's going to play in the field?
Agnos was drafted as a pitcher. Hedges was drafted as an outfielder.
Okay, yeah. Because it would have been kind of cool to see Agnos as a shortstop. I don't know. It just would have been cool, but he deserves to. I mean, he's a pitcher all through and through. I mean, that was the right decision by the Rockies. But,
yeah, and I don't think that was even a question. Like, this is what you're going to do. And
yeah.
Talking to Agnos, he's like, yeah, I knew pitching was going to be what it was.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I got to say, like, Max Ballou, this guy, like you said, like, he had a wrist injury, hand injury, and then, he was slotted to go, like, in the 30s, right? 30s, 40s, and he was, picked up at 74 by us. I posted last night. I absolutely love this pick. I mean, excellent last name. And again, he had 318 in college, 27 home runs, 84 RBIs with the OPS of 1.030. That's pretty darn good. Again, it's college, but I think he's going to do well. He's a guy that I wouldn't be surprised he moves up very quickly.
Yeah, that I think he was the steal of the draft for the Rockies.
Yeah.
Without it being completed, Blau was definitely there.
Mhm.
All right, before we let you guys go, Steve and Adam,
Favorite album?
favorite album? That's a question we're asking.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna have Adam take the first one here.
Favorite album, man, that's tough. Jeez.
We've had some wild answers. I think.
I bet.
I'll probably go. Well, I listen to like different. Like I listen to anything from like Van Halen, who's like one of my favorite bands, to like Currents, which is like a metalcore band. But if you want just one, I would say Van Halen 2.
I haven't heard that one. I need to look that up.
That one has like Beautiful Girls and
Oh yeah,
Somebody Call Me a Doctor and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I think for me, I don't know. It's kind of like warm up music, but it's Jackson Vega. It's pretty much warm up music. You hear it a lot during like games and all that, but it just like gets me going. I mean, I'm not a huge music guy. I'm more of a country music guy. But I would probably say Jackson Vega. Just solid music all the way around. Just gets me going in the car whenever I go to work, kind of pump up, whatever. But yeah, I would probably say that's my favorite album.
There you go. I love the diversity in answers we're getting.
Yeah.
Crazy hip hop to old school Van Halen. Yeah, it's all over. I love it. All right, appreciate both of you. Why don't you guys plug away? Where can people find you?
Thank you,
all
guys.
that good stuff.
Yeah, so you can follow Adam at Mile High Mez. We sometimes, like, whenever we do, like, our podcast clips, whether Rockies or 5280 Media related, he'll post that on there. But for Rockies now, we're on Instagram, X. We're growing over there. Really, really cool. It's been awesome, and we've had a blast with you guys a couple times on the show, and we're looking forward to the future and being on here again. And but yeah, you can follow us on X as well, and we do podcasts pretty much weekly. And so yeah, catch us over there.
Appreciate your time,
you,
fellas. Keep
Appreciate
doing
you
your
having
thing over
us.
at Rockies now, and we'll
Thank you,
keep in
guys.
touch.
All right, see you guys.
Jones
Yeah.
to the Pirates.
Later, fellas.
Jared Jones to the Pirates.
I just saw that.
No way.
Yep.
They had to have done that just for the bit.
That's awesome.
It's crazy he dropped so far. Like, why did Jared Jones, the first baseman, drop 150 slots?
Strikes out a ton.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Doesn't really have a hit tool, an established hit tool. Power's fine.
He's no Tanner Thatch, you know?
Right.
Did you see my message about your misspelling, Lewis?
No, wait. Did I have misspelling?
Yeah, you put a P in Hampton.
Oh. I'm not fixing that.
It wasn't a name. It was a school,
Yeah,
so
I was
it's
really
fine.
worried at the name. I misspelled Louisville earlier, but I fixed it.
That makes sense.
I don't think anyone's going to pick up on that.
People will.
Rockies trivia. Last Rockies player, Major League Baseball player to play for Louisville.
Last Colorado Rockies pitcher to play for Louisville.
Yeah.
So if I say Josh Rogers, does that count?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, what happened to him in the pod?
Just timing was too difficult to create with his busy schedule, James's busy schedule. Just wasn't too hard.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Do some more on Zach Radacki, which is
Radacki. Love
he's
that
a
name.
Mets fan. He's a Northeast guy through and through. So don't know if we love or hate that. Not a Yankees fan, so I can get
There you
behind
go.
we are okay with that. It is fun seeing some of these guys' tweets about like baseball players or their baseball teams from a long time ago.
So, is Tyler gonna get hot back on?
He said he was. It's past round 9. It is round 9. He said he was going to get on 9 through 11. So
What are we
hopefully.
doing?
We're gonna do. I'm staying for one more draft. That's one more pick. Then I think I'm out. If you guys want to stay on and do your thing, you can. Nobody's gonna be mad if you call it quits. After.
I'm staying on for as long as anybody else is willing to stay on.
Isaac wants to say I'm out, but doesn't want to say
Isaac.
he's out.
We'll see.
I gotta get some stuff done.
Zach Rogacki has a really like calm presence in the box. Like he has a really simple swing, just calm. Yeah, he's quick to the ball. I don't know how he's gonna do against professional curveballs and breaking balls, but
That's a big
I
step
assume
up.
yeah. But like he hit fastballs well in college, and I bet he's still gonna hit fastballs well in pro baseball. But intriguing nonetheless.
What's harder to teach, hitting a fastball or hitting an off speed? Or
I think on
develop?
speed. I think if you
Hard.
can't hit on speed, right?
I mean, you can't really like teach to hit a ball. You can like teach someone to like swing the right way. You could teach someone. I don't know why I'm answering that so loosely. It's a good
No, I
question,
think
Aaron.
we see more players with a lot of talent fail because of their inability to hit the breaking ball compared to players who can't hit the fastball.
And I
I don't
mean,
think
like
we see many players who.
Yeah, I think you're right.
the only
build
way like you can improve
broad.
at hitting breaking balls or secondaries, changeups as well, is by seeing it. I don't know, like with my baseball team, my high school baseball team that I help out with, a lot of our guys struggle with just other pitches. Like we can hit the crap out of a fastball, but when the curveballs are being thrown, it just looks like we don't know what to do. But I think like the only way like you can improve on it is by seeing it, and seeing it at a high level is gonna do nothing but help Zach Rogacki see good breaking balls. And hopefully with his discipline already, it's only gonna make it easier for him, that adjustment. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think I agree. It's easier to teach how to or develop patience for an off speed.
Yeah.
Rather than speed up your swing to catch fastball.
For sure.
I think I agree. All right, so this just dropped. Fox Sports MLB. So decent Twitter account. Rockies legends in one stacked lineup. Here's Colorado's all-time starting squad. I'm going to put the link in the chat so you guys have it.
Let's see.
I don't know if I disagree with much of it.
Where's
as I look, but we can. So catcher is Yorvi Torrealba. I think yes. I don't think you can have an argument against Yorvit at catcher.
Maybe like Willeen Rosario or Chris Iannetta.
Like
three of them all had their moments, right?
But Yorvit's moments were bigger. Like he was part of that 2007.
Yeah, that's true.
He was a big part of that. Iannetta was longevity, best catcher because he stuck around the longest and was average at best. Rosario might have the best season of all time from a Colorado Rockies catcher.
But he was only there for like 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, still playing though. He's down in the Mexican League doing his thing. But yeah, I mean, you can have an argument. Todd Helton, first base, yes.
Yep.
DJ Mayhew, second base. Probably.
I'm taking it, yeah.
The only one I could think of, only other second baseman I could think of would be EY Jr. That was just because he was one of the original cast. Shortstop would be fun. We might Troy Tulowitzki. I think that's a yes, even how great Trevor Story was. I still think Troy Tulowitzki is number one, right?
I'm taking Tulo at 1.
Yeah. Nolan Arenado, duh. Outfielders, Matt Holliday, Carlos Gonzalez, Larry Walker. Chuck is the DH before you get onto that thing.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, Charlie was the only like actual person to play as DH, so
Yeah.
I agree with that. Who are the outfielders again?
Matt Holliday, Carlos Gonzalez, Larry Walker, and then Charlie Blackmon. I think so.
Did Andres Galarraga play first base or outfield?
First base.
Okay.
Yeah, which just isn't fair going up against Todd Helton.
Do you guys know Marvin Freeman?
Yeah.
Yes, pitcher.
Follows us.
An elite. Oh, did he win number 44? Okay, I do remember this guy. Yeah. An elite season in 1994.
Dude, best pitching season ever. I think it might even be better than Ubaldo's in 2007 or 8, whenever that was.
No, there's a relieving season. It might be this guy in the humidor. He posted like a 2 ERA.
Yeah. Freeman.
Gabe White. Well, out of the bullpen. Yeah, but,
Okay.
yeah, true.
Speaking of bullpens, do you guys think you can name the top 5 Rockies all-time leaders in saves?
I actually was thinking about this question earlier. I was like, this would
Were
be a
you?
really good trivia. I mean, Brian
Who's the
Fuentes is
streak?
on there.
Yep, 3-time All-Star.
Wade Davis.
No.
Wade Davis is on there.
Wade
He's
Davis
tied
is
for
top
fifth.
5.
He's
Come on
tied for
now.
5th. So there are 6 guys on this list.
Wait, did you get Houston Street?
Houston Street is on there.
So yeah, Fuentes, Street, Davis.
Yep. The guy that Davis is tied with was one of the first Rockies closers in the 90s.
No.
No.
If I'm not mistaken, he was a lefty. Probably the hardest one on this list.
Yeah, I'm not going to know that one.
Okay. Should I say it?
You can say that one.
Bruce Ruffin.
Yeah, I never would have got there. I recognize the name. I never would have got there. So there's 2 more.
There's 2 more. One of them is recent memory.
Yeah. Oh, I want to say Estevez, but I don't think that's right.
Daniel Bard?
Diaz.
Daniel Bard.
Oh, Bard.
Wow.
Yep. And then
Yair
you guys are
Diaz.
missing number 2, who was a starter at first, but when he joined the Rockies, he became a reliever and got 102 saves in 4 seasons. Early 2000s.
Early 2000s?
Yeah.
Starter turned reliever.
And then they tried making him a starter again, sucked, went back to closer. That's a hard name.
I don't know.
Anything, Lewis?
Dude, early 2000s relievers. There's no chance I'm pulling that.
Jose Jimenez.
Okay.
Yep.
That's not. I don't even know the name, to be honest with you, but
I wouldn't have got that one either.
Yeah. But I was shocked to see that he was number 2. Like Brian Fuentes only has 13 more saves than him, and Brian Fuentes is number 1. So that's interesting.
do we think anybody currently can break that?
Yeah. Seth Halverson's career just started, and he's being put in as the closer role.
Does he stick around long enough, though? Do the Rockies win enough games? Because you said what? So Fuentes has how many saves and how many seasons did he get those saves in?
Fuentes, I'd have to check. But I mean,
So check
again,
it.
like Daniel Bard, he was our closer in bad seasons, and he is top 5.
Yeah, what did he have? 80?
Oh no, it was 61, I think.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
but like all you need is to get 60 saves, and you can get that in 2 seasons on a losing team.
3 seasons.
3 seasons making it easier.
DJ LeMahieu was so much better than I ever thought he was.
Dude was a
Fuentes-
stud before he left.
Right. Fuentes was around from 2002
Oh,
to
man.
2008.
So 7 seasons, and he got how many saves?
115.
Yeah.
So it's obtainable.
I mean, it's obtainable, but
I
don't
think there
know.
are multiple guys who's going to end their, not Rockies career, but their MLB career with over 60 saves on the current Rockies roster. Like Victor
No.
Vodnik is going to find his way to be a closer for some team if it's not the Rockies. If like Seth
He throws
Halverson and
gas.
Victor Vodnik depart, I bet Victor Vodnik is going to be one of those guys.
So you're just saying in their career. I'm talking like Colorado Rockies career.
Yeah, no.
I
yeah,
don't know.
Try to clarify myself there.
Yeah, I don't know if Seth or Vodnik get 60 saves as a Colorado Rocky over the next whenever years. I just don't see it.
Okay. If anybody can, it's Seth Halverson, though.
I would put my money responsibly on Seth Halverson to do it before Vodnik.
All right, Aaron, I
$2,000.
have a question for you guys. A little trivia question. So the top 10 seasons by WAR position players. I'll give you guys a couple of these. Larry Walker and Todd Helton make up most of these spots. There's 3 other players who have one season in the top 10. Can you guys name them?
Arenado.
Tulowitzki.
Tulo, and there's one more. With kind of why this one was the trivia question, basically.
Knifey Perez.
No,
Willie Tavares.
no, it's 7.9 WAR too. Like it was a pretty crazy year. It's fourth
Charlie
in team.
Blackman.
No,
Is it an obscure name?
I don't think so. I would guess it, but it wouldn't be my first guess. It's an
Clint
older
Barnes.
player.
Brad Hopp.
No, career 50 WAR. So
Garrett Atkins.
Andres Galarraga.
No,
Dante
it happened
Bichette.
in '96.
Ellis Burks.
Start. Yeah, Ellis Burks.
Yeah. 1996 gave it away.
Yeah,
I never would have got there.
weird.
Ellis Burks. People can't forget about Ellis. Dude was a gem.
Yeah, he raked, man.
Dude, yeah, he was awesome. I think he had career high 44 home runs.
What?
All right.
I
Defensive
don't-
WAR now. Who has the second highest defensive WAR? Number 1 is Tulo in 07. Second
Clint
highest
Barnes.
defensive WAR.
Clint Barnes.
Okay. Yeah, you knew that. Wow.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, Barmes was fun to watch.
Is that how you say it? Barmes?
Barmes. That's how I always said it.
Oh, that's not an N? Wow, look at that.
It's not an-
Yeah, I know my Rockies defensive single war, defensive war, B war.
All right. One more. There's only been 3 seasons where the player has played all 162 games. Can you name the 2 players who did those 3 seasons?
Juan Pierre.
No.
No,
They were in the
Ellis
90s.
Burks.
I was gonna say.
Knifey Perez.
Yes, he did 2 of the 3.
And I want to say Big Cat Andres.
Isaac is a shark on this.
Yeah, dude, this is insane. Isaac.
I mean, the list of names just to
I'll
be
give
good
you
at
a hint.
Rockies trivia is pretty slim.
I'll give you a hint. We're still paying this player a wage. I don't know if that gives it away, but
From the 90s?
yeah, he deferred
What?
some money.
Vinny.
Yeah,
it's
Vinny.
finished. Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's like little Bobby Bonilla. I think he gets like 100K a year.
Yeah.
Actually.
Dude, there's so many Bobby Bonilla contracts out there from like the good old days.
None as bad as Bobby, or as funny as Bobby Bonilla.
I love that Bobby Bonilla has his own day.
I'm sad when it's gonna be gone. Like that's gonna suck.
The lore will still stick around though.
It's true.
Why?
It'll be nice.
It's not gonna suck for you, Lewis. You're not the one getting paid.
Every single year.
Baseball.
Also, you know how many like professors have used that as like an example in
18.
like economics class or something? Because it's
248.
103.
What is going on?
Are we
Don't
right?
ask a question. Don't ask a question and not expect us to answer.
Especially during trivia segments.
250.
Wow.
Aaron almost got it.
Yes. Just deep stats on professors. It's
How
hilarious.
many bugs do you guys think you kill on like a 1 mile walk?
Yeah, we're ending it after the next pick, guys. Like, there's 4
Worst
people
there
still
after
watching
the
somehow.
stream.
I don't know why or how, but
How many are watching right now? 4.
4 on the YouTube.
This is worse than me and Isaac's after dark stream.
Ooh.
Are you guys going live to cover? Are you guys going to do a minor league coverage pod this week?
Probably not.
Probably
No.
not.
We can do it right now. I can blow it all up.
I don't want to cut that. Make a new stream so it's easier to post. Yeah. Tyler and I will be on sometime to recap all the draft picks in a quick order. sometime soon in the next 48 hours. We'll figure that out. Look for Tyler to writing. His article is going to be out pretty much as soon as the last pick is thrown out there, if not shortly after. Nobody gives you better detail than him in the Rockies media and the Rockies coverage there. I mean, we heard Christian Sayas say most of their draft and minor league coverage comes from BSB. So trust the others that say it beyond just me. We are 5 picks away from pick 287. The Mets are on the clock. Mets, Yankees.
We have
Dodgers.
Tyler's mocked 3rd round pick, Ryan Prager, just got drafted.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, and it's funny because the Rockies have gone for these like serial underslot players like all day, and Ryan Prager would have been a really good one.
Yeah,
But
not for us. He wasn't for us.
he goes 9th round. That's a nice pick for the Guardians.
He fumbled a couple $100,000.
Yeah, unless A&M gave him like a lot of money this past season, which they might have. It's tough to know with baseball though how much those guys might get. I think they can all comfortably get a few $100K, and like maybe the top players get around like $1 million to $2 million, but it's tough to know.
Unless you ask them.
Yeah. I've heard of some more like fringy players getting even over 100K though in the SEC. So makes you think. Like,
yeah, A&M has money. So
Just all those SEC teams.
and they got him to pass up $1 million. So you would think Ryan Prager probably got paid like $1 million to play this year. So he's probably okay. But
So wait, Tyler, my boy Darian Pendergrass was listed on Baseball America as like best seniors to be drafted.
is he in the? Let's see. Oh yeah, he's in the class. Yeah, he's on the. If you go to the undrafteds on MLB, he's in there.
Is he in
Yeah,
Is he?
yeah. Let's get him.
I have his jersey on right now, so we need to. That'd be pretty.
That would be hilarious.
Definitely clipping that. You have to freak out.
Wait, yeah, turn around and get one of these.
No, his name isn't
That
even
is
on the
Blowfish.
on the summer. It was a summer league.
It just says Blowfish on the back.
He's on the
Probably
front.
won't even remember that he played in this. What are you doing?
All right, 2 picks away.
Yeah, we gotta make it through round 11, guys. We gotta make it to round 11.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
It'll be a more fun round.
Isaac, you got any
Why?
more odd questions to ask us?
Did you say why, Aaron?
Yeah, why is 11 more fun than 10?
Because we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Like, once you hit round 11, the picks come with a default 125,000 that's built into the pool. Like, it doesn't. Any dollar you spend above that counts against your pool, but any dollar you spend below that doesn't. It doesn't save you any pool money. So, a lot of teams round 11 at the start, they'll overslot high school players. I doubt the Rockies will do it, but if they're gonna do it, this will be the spot. Not right now. In one round.
11.
Yeah. Daniel
Yeah,
Wright,
sure.
Iowa Cat, went to the Sox.
Ooh.
Oh, two. This guy's a punk.
Yeah, because really, to kind of recap a little bit what's
6-0.
happened for our 4, maybe now 3 listeners after the bug question. The Rockies have just been hammering guys who look like huge underslot guys.
Yes.
I think Tanner Thatch from Wilmington's probably slot. Matt Klein was probably slot, but I mean, you got Cam Nelson, huge underslot. Zach Rogacki, huge underslot. Like, at some point, the Rockies might actually have some underslot savings to spend on someone other than Ethan Holiday.
Zach Rogacki was the only graphic I made with a typo, and it's the only one that's blowing up on Instagram.
Austin Newton.
USF. Let's go.
USF. Yep. Pitcher out of USF goes to the Colorado Rockies with pick
Dude, I probably passed this guy
287. Like, are you guys classmates?
Can you imagine?
Austin
I probably took some
Newton.
lessons.
Getting some stuff right now.
So let's see. There's probably nothing that pops up. 6'6", 252 pounds. So big body, big dude. Played with the Mahoning Valley Scrapers which I believe is the Draft Development League.
So he pitched. He was in 8 games this year at South Florida. Pitched 22 innings, so kind of a starter, but not a guy who pitched a lot of innings. But he touched 98 this year, so I mean that always means a little something. He's a power guy, but yeah, not a lot of pitches to look at.
How do players get into the MLB Draft League?
It's a good question. I mean, I think it's a lot of guys who like are really trying to boost their stock. It won't be guys who like know they're going to be a top 200, really like a top 100 pick. Like those guys don't need to do that. But guys who want to give a little boost to their stock, I'm sure the agents try to get some connections. Scouts might recommend. Team scouts might be like, we want to see this guy.
Yeah, that's what Austin Newton did, because Dude Man pitched 5.2 innings in 2025 for the USF Bullfrogs. I don't know. Horns, Bulls, USF Bulls. And then for the Valley, the Draft League, he pitched 16 innings. So clearly an injury somewhere in there, or a reason he didn't pitch to go out and showcase. 0.56 ERA in 16 innings and 4 starts for the Minnehaha Valley whatever Fishers. 10 strikeouts, 16 innings. So big fastball, but not a lot of strikeouts that go with it. 0.88 whip, which is always great no matter where you're pitching. And so 21 innings pitched total last year, 8.3 whip with an 8.3 ERA. So, something there. Like if you're able to get a relief arm in the 10th round, I don't think anybody's mad about it.
I mean, it's a ball of clay that has not been molded by anyone yet. I think the Rockies tried to find a lot of guys like that last year. So a lot of those day 3 picks, very similar, and not many of them have panned out. But never hurts to get a guy who can get into the upper 90s.
And it's from Tampa.
From Tampa.
Definitely you better be able to get him on the pod, Lewis. Just go knock on his door.
On his door, man.
Do it. Lewis, a BSB, hunts down Austin Newton.
Yeah, I'm going to jail for this. Tyler, so you kind of missed a lot. Have you seen any picks just around the league these past couple of rounds that have really intrigued you?
Let me go back a little bit. There have been some of those guys trickling in that I thought should have gone a bit earlier. I mean, we saw Jared Jones go, who we talked about earlier. He went in the 9th round to the Pirates.
Dickinson went to the Brewers pretty late.
Yeah, that was a nice pick for them. I think that kid just knows how to play ball. So knows ball. Nick Dumasnil from Cal Baptist went to Detroit in the 8th round, and he was a guy that had some first round hype earlier this season. So, Aaron, your Tigers making moves.
Here for it. They love their prep bats.
And then, Philadelphia got MLB's 46th prospect in the 7th round. I would think that they'll sign him. So we'll see if any more. Yes, we were talking about it just a second ago. I wonder if we'll see more prep guys taken in about 20 picks.
So is there any? Cool. Oh, let me go first, and then you actually. So fun little thing here I see on the board. Jake McCutcheon, second baseman, Missouri State, goes to the Marlins. Nick Rodriguez, second baseman, Missouri State, goes to the Angels, 289. Back-to-back second baseman from Missouri State. I don't know if that's a typo, but that is what it says on the board right now.
I'm thinking that's a typo.
We've talked about what thinking does.
Let's try to verify.
No, it's not a typo.
They both played at Missouri State.
The second one did.
I mean, I bet one of them played shortstop, and they just announced him as the
Jake McCutcheon's an outfielder from Missouri State.
He plays his name outfield and a little bit of everything.
Yeah. Still, it's on there. It's kind of cool.
It's like weird.
The Gavins from day one. A couple Gavins went back to back.
Yeah, the one Gavin said he was trying to be like Gavin Lux, and I thought that was really funny. It's like the Gavins are trying to be like the Gavins.
That's hilarious.
Any college guys on the board that you still somewhat think there's value in?
I mean, Jared Spencer is one that we've mocked. He's up there. There's a guy, Shane Sadow from Texas A&M, but he just announced a little bit ago that he's not gonna do draft negotiations. So he's going back to he's pulling a Ryan Prager. Otherwise, it's definitely pretty limited. I think there's some draft eligible sophomores that are going to go back. Trey Phelps was someone who had first round hype earlier in the season, but he's a sophomore, so he'll go back. And then Matt Scott from Stanford is good. Big frame. I think he'll get taken probably late this round. Your guy Grant J is still out there.
Yeah. Oh, I don't see him anymore. Is he gone?
I think he's just deep down there a little bit.
Just gotta look a little bit. Just gotta look.
See, I love this range because like a guy like me really cares about who gets drafted here because this is like the graphics I'll be making next year will be, the Everett Catlets of the world. Think of those guys or Tommy Hoffey. So those guys I gotta care about them. Well, I feel like other Rockies fans, they can kind of ignore what we're doing.
They don't care until we care.
Yeah, sure. We are their day ones.
100%. All right, guys. I am calling it a day. I'm gonna leave you guys to it.
Yeah, we'll make it another. Hopefully, it's just like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's going pretty quick. All right, and then go Rockies.
Go Rockies.
Woo!
Turning up the stream.
All right.
Yeah. I'll say I was thinking about this earlier while I was just kind of hanging out off air. It's fun when the Rockies have 3 early picks, like first round pick, comp A, and then a second round pick. This year was like there's a little bit less to be as there's no Brody Breck this year. Like you've got exciting players, but you don't have like another first round pick basically. So
yeah, and also the wait was pretty brutal. That first round went so slow, and
yeah, the fact that the excitement actually wore off on Ethan Holiday was like, damn, we gotta wait 2 years after this pick.
Who's your favorite pick today? Is it Thatch?
I mean, I kind of like him. I think that's a good pick. I probably would go Matt Klein, the Louisville catcher.
Yeah.
I think he's got really solid hitting upside. He kind of reminds me a little bit of like Aiden Longwell that we got from Kent State 2 years ago. He's rising in the system. I think it's just really similar. You're getting this high pedigree hitter. Might not do a whole lot else for you, but can definitely is going to hit a little bit. So I would go Matt Klein. I do kind of like Antoine Jean though. It's an interesting pick because he's 24 years old, but the stuff there is legit, and he's left-handed. Really, he probably would have been a top 5 round pick if he was even a year younger. So that was kind of an interesting one.
I'm trying to find some good stuff on Austin Newton.
I mean, yeah, Austin Newton's a real like under the radar guy, and I think another one who probably goes a little bit under slot. Like, I would think we're gonna see some kind of out of the ordinary pick in these what should be day 3 rounds. Just the Rockies have saved a lot of money since Max Bellew. First 3 picks were pricey, expensive, but I think you save money with Hedges, Nelson, probably Gene a little bit, Rogacki, and Newton. I think all save you some money. So
I'm sending you a tweet about Newton. I'll send it to the group chat. 3 pitch mix, deceptive release. Did really good in the draft league, which is good. It's a good level of competition.
It's good to see some of those numbers in I mean, I guess it's the same sample as his actual college season, pretty much. But.
Yeah, not the greatest, but
I mean, yeah, he proved though, like he's got like the stuff to reach the big leagues with some polish. So to get a guy like that in round 10, that's not always what you're gonna find.
He has a lot of energy on the mound. A little bit of like, not a Jeffrey Yan. No one's Jeffrey Yan, but in the same mold.
Are we talking about Antoine Jean?
No, Austin Newton, the USF lad we just got.
Yeah. Did you guys get film on him?
I filmed with him screaming after striking someone out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I've got clips I can end up downloading, but
I could probably find some on Twitter.
He hasn't played much. Yeah, he has a lot of energy.
Well, I like too. He definitely has that Rockies downhill fastball that they've targeted a lot. Like they either want guys with the lower release height that get up in the zone, or they want guys high release point sinker type that just bury it down in the zone. I think that's what he's going to be asked to do.
What about our other pitchers drafted so far? So like Riley Kelly, JB Middleton, Antoine Jean, where do you think they're gonna be?
I mean, Kelly looks like similar to Newton in like big frame, higher slot, down in the zone. Middleton is going to be a guy who can go kind of wherever. I think that's why he's the round 2 guy with a chance to be like a mid rotation starter. Is he's going to be able to play up in the zone and then steal some strikes down in the zone too. Gene is a little bit similar to that. I think Gene can play both up and down, but Newton and Kelly are going to be the guys trying to pound the bottom of the zone, get ground balls, weak contact. They're not going to be big strikeout guys, most likely.
Hey, after this round, we're halfway through the draft.
And that's so crazy. And we're not going to make it. It's sad. We've usually like last year, we won all 20 rounds, which I don't know what we were doing, to be honest. Like, what were we thinking?
I don't think we went live. We definitely weren't live for all 20.
I think we were.
You think?
I think we could find the stream still.
Yeah, let me see. Let me go back into archives and see. What were we talking about? Round 19.
I feel like I would have watched that last year. If you guys did do that.
I remember we were really just after we didn't want to talk about baseball at all after basically. We were just like,
like I said, we went 4 hours last year, which I mean actually for rounds 11 through that's day 2. So I don't know about day 3 actually. You might be right. We might have just chilled behind the scenes and done graphics and all that stuff.
Do you think they're gonna speed up rounds 11 through 20?
Yeah, I mean they have.
Because last year, years past, it's just like pick a little bit, pick a little bit, pick.
Yeah, I think it'll actually speed up into like 15 seconds per pick. This is right now we're probably like 30 seconds per pick, which breaks down to 15-minute rounds.
I remember last year it was quick enough to where I can make the graphic, post it, and then it was like almost a new one, which is kind of convenient. But we are at the point where it's like we have to like actually try to find stuff on these guys.
Got no fear.
Let's see. Got an Isaac drafted.
No way.
Isaac, is your phone on? This is the range you would.
They might have gotten your last name wrong.
Oh, they got confused with me and Patrick.
Yeah.
So,
That's fine.
but it should be me. It's my same height and weight, same birthday.
I thought you were 6'6".
I lied.
Deceptive,
But this
yeah.
also, I'm 6'5". I don't know why they put 6'3" on here. So,
Isaac sent me a video of him pitching, and I was like, during the 17th round, I'm gonna be like, this is the Rockies 17th round pick, and then like show the video of Isaac pitching. And I don't think anybody would know that it isn't that guy.
I inversed the video, or I flipped it so it's like makes me look like I'm throwing left-handed, and I throw a calm 73 miles per hour, and I get some
It's
nice
deceptive,
run on
though.
my
It's really
two
deceptive.
seam. But it looks like it's
It's on
like a
you quick.
slider.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We could fool some people.
I would love to see like baseball pitching edits that like are kind of like distorted. I mean, similar to that, but take it up even another notch and like make the pitch all of a sudden look like it drops off.
I'm gonna make one of those. I'm gonna make like a Ryan Ritter edit where it's like a foul ball, but I'll make it like look like it's a home run.
Do you guys know the last? Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. Do you guys remember
No,
Cuba Bess?
Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't, but yeah.
I was the biggest Cuba Bess fan of all time.
Which school was he from again? Was it Grand
GCU.
Canyon?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because I think he was a Colorado kid also, right?
Yeah.
Oh, he was from like a small town in Colorado. Like I guess actually that's like Colorado Springs. So not,
Wait, what's his name?
Cuba Bess.
Best.
Yeah, he's from Fruita, Colorado.
yeah, population of 13,000.
But I mean, he's hit everywhere he's gone, and like he made it up to high A for the well, didn't do great in high A for the
Yeah, actually, he didn't hit high.
but I mean, he had a home run.
Actually, that I didn't realize he had an 843 career minor league OPS. I mean, a lot of that was at the rookie level, but
Right, and he was older than.
Yeah, that 1,000.
But I mean,
Barry
like
Bonds of the ACL.
in the Pioneer League right now, he has 14 home runs in 42 games, 310 average.
Oh, bring him back.
38 walks compared to 30 strikeouts. And he follows me on Instagram.
Which is,
So-
I mean,
The Rock's MILB report Instagram, not Coach Funnyman 11, but
I think
Does
they'd
any-
all
any
get it
player follow that?
like Coach Funny Man 11.
right. Only
Does
Kilo
any player
Cedeno.
follow Coach Funny Man?
Yeah,
You
never
know-
change it.
After the conference yesterday, Ethan Holiday will probably recognize me and follow me back. Right?
I think it's a lock. Yeah,
If we're just like being logical.
I'm trying to think. There's certain players like I remember we'll have them on the pod, and I follow them like right after we hop on my personal account, and like half of them follow, and then half of them don't, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh damn, I thought we were like that. Thought we were tight.
Do you remember I asked Jace Kaminska to add me on LinkedIn?
Dude, I forgot. Yeah, Jace coming. I think what did he have? Like, did he have Tommy John? Do we know?
Oh, yeah, I think he's out for the year.
Yeah, it would have been nice to see him pitch this year. He had a
was
nice
solid
start.
last year.
He was pretty good last year.
Because it's those guys like Fresno is always like it's easy to to dominate in Fresno if you're like a good college player.
Didn't
So
follow
you
me.
don't know what they really are if they don't leave. So
I forgot that I actually know about prospects. Right? I'm so used to seeing all these names that I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah, in the draft.
That I realized I actually have knowledge on this kind of stuff.
This is
I mean,
very
just be ready to know the birthday of 21 guys after today. No big deal.
Dude,
Birthday, birthplace, high school, number of home runs they hit their sophomore year of high school. Like it's pretty easy.
favorite
that's
TV
actually
show.
that's my party trick. Like I tell people to look up Rockies prospects. They tell me I know everything about them. I know like half of their addresses. That's a joke. That is a joke.
Dude, we
Like,
have
I
to
know their
send-
addresses within a square mile. All of them, guaranteed.
We have to send you down to the DR, man. We have to.
We got Dinger's burner popping in. Want to put that on the screen for a sec?
Oh
Yeah. Well, what up, Dinger's Burner? Is Dinger at the All-Star game? Did he get the invite?
Probably not.
Yeah, are you in Atlanta, Dinger's Brenner? But what you miss?
Isaac had a really good question like an hour ago about bugs. How many bugs do you step on in a mile walk? So
yeah, so if you tuned in at all yesterday, I would say you have not missed too much. But yeah, Rockies mostly today. It's about a common. Like Ethan Holiday is going to sign for a lot of money, and they need to make sure not make sure, but they have to create that money to sign him. Like they're going to sign him, and so today is all about.
When do we learn the signing bonuses? Do we know?
I mean, some of them will be in the next like 5 days, but a lot of them will be like 10 days from now. They finalized the 28th, like 2 weeks from today. Like the Rockies usually do them all in like a 2-day span, probably like end of this week, early next week is what I would guess.
Any more little questions for us, Isaac? Trivia?
Yes. So 1992 was the first year the Rockies had minor league teams, right? And they had a DSL team, but they shared it with 2 other organizations. Can you guys name those 2 other organizations that shared a Dominican Summer League team with the Rockies?
This is a sicko question.
There's like zero like way to read into context.
Is there like
anything?
A reasoning behind these sharings?
Midwest?
Is there like a logical?
Yeah, does anything make any does it make any sense who these 2 teams are?
The 2 teams are both in like the central area, central time zones. So,
Kansas City and St. Louis.
dude, that was close. You got Kansas City.
I was actually in my head for whatever reason. I had the White Sox in mind at the beginning.
Oh,
wait, it's going to be a poverty franchise, right?
You guys like both met in the middle. It's the Cubs. If the White Sox and Cardinals, middle Cubs. I thought
felt
that was
like
really
for whatever
weird.
reason the White Sox and the Rockies would have some weird like relationship going way back.
Yeah.
Well, the White Sox share spring trainings with the Dodgers, so their stadium.
Oh, I think it's funny seeing them in in Arizona.
All right, Isaac, I
yeah.
have a question for you.
What up?
What 2 teams share a spring training facility and also played in a World Series together?
Rockies, Diamondbacks.
No, like against each other in the World Series.
I know that was a
terrible guess.
Not a genuine.
Mets,
not many teams share.
Yeah, I was thinking Mets, Yankees,
but they probably are too pure to share an area with each other.
Near each other.
Yeah, it's Florida though.
Braves and Blue Jays.
No, I'll give you a hint. It was a recent-ish World Series.
Nationals,
World
Astros.
Series team. Yeah, Nationals, Astros. They share spring training, which is awkward. Like they share spring training, so
that's weird.
Yeah, right. They probably
that doesn't make that much sense either.
No. How did I get that right, Lewis?
Just no ball. Also give you a pretty good hint.
What Rockies minor league coach right now leads the franchise in hit by pitches by a pitcher?
Wait, can you repeat that?
Which Rockies minor league baseball coach currently leads the franchise in hit by pitches by a pitcher?
Oh, like MLB hit by pitches, you mean?
Yep, MLB hit by pitches. Currently a minor league coach for the Rockies organization.
When you said minor league coach, my mind jumped to Helmus Rodriguez, but he didn't make it to the big league, so I don't even know other coaches we have that are former pitchers.
You guys aren't gonna get it right. I'd be super impressed. Pedro Estacio.
Oh wow! I guess that does make sense. I didn't realize he was even a coach in the system.
I think he's a DSL pitching coach.
Really?
Or maybe I don't know. I've seen a lot of pictures of him, Ubaldo Jimenez, and Yohendi Heminian, like a picture of those 3 together.
Okay. And I'm trying to look up the roster to see, because I bet he is affiliated no matter what with the team.
Right.
Oh yeah, Yohendi Yeminian is the pitching coach for DSL Colorado. The other, Elise Estacio, is not listed officially, but I bet he is like
Okay.
He hangs out, but we'll count him.
All right.
How is that Yohendi poll though?
That's pretty insane.
Who was the first player to hit a home run at Coors Field?
Joe
I know
Girardi.
it.
No.
Oh, is it Ellis Burks?
No. I hope you don't trust this answer, but
It's because it's Ellis Burks. Don't trust Google AI.
It was a walk-off.
Was it Bichette?
Yeah, it was Bichette against the Mets. That's ChatGPT telling me that. So.
Or maybe it's the.
I trust that though.
I also once had ChatGPT tell me Russell Wilson was in the Rockies, like still in the Rockies board or something.
Did you say first home run at Coors Field?
At Coors, yeah. Which opened a little after we became a team.
Damn, I'm actually caught up on the recap. I only had Ethan Holiday done as of this morning. Because I finished last night and was like, I'm going to veg out for 2 hours now and then go to sleep. Could not look at a computer.
What do you guys think the process is for these late rounds? In terms of like, how do they get the picks in so quickly?
I feel like they gotta have they must have like a league-wide, whether it's like a Zoom type of thing, they must have like a league-wide call. And they like either, I bet they have to type it in also somewhere because otherwise it would all be like unclear.
It's like a Snapchat group chat.
Yo, what's up, guys? Checking in for pick 920. I miss the days when there were like 900 picks.
Right.
There was unlimited rounds back in the day.
It's so much fun looking at those drafts and seeing like which former MLB players there are. Like Chris Sale, Dansby Swanson. They were both drafted by the Rockies. Kumar Rocker, Rockies draft picks in like the 38th round.
I would be annoying if I was a GM. I would select dudes that I know wouldn't. I would waste people's time.
If you were a GM,
yeah,
you don't need to add that part to it. Burn.
Oh man, they better not take a break after round 10.
They're going to.
We're deep in the.
Because I mean, think about it. They got to be able to like drink water. Now they can drink water, but they've got to. They got to let the big dogs get outside for a sec. They've been cooped up for too long. They gave them like 1 5-minute break at like between rounds 6 and 7, I think.
Is that a feet reference?
The big dogs? No, like I was thinking about them as like dogs in a kennel.
Okay.
Like gotta let them go outside.
Yeah.
Tyler, did we ask you your favorite album yet?
Album? I don't know one off the top. Not like I know an album, but not a favorite off the top of my head.
It's probably because you have a couple. Because you don't live your life by absolutes, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think that actually like that's not what I would have said, but I think that is the answer. Like I don't think I could settle on one.
But if you had to, just in this hypothetical.
No,
like this is a
hypothetical then.
This is a gun to the head. You get one album for the rest of your life.
Won't be the weirdest answer we've received today.
No.
We've received some crazy answers with this question.
I gave 2 really good answers. Really.
Yeah, your answers were solid. Yeah. Mine was probably weird, but
I feel like I need a lot of time to think about that. Like if there was so much pressure put on it that it's like this is the album. Like
do you
say
listen
goodbye
to music, Tyler?
I do a good bit. I'm really my brain. It remembers like kind of like you, Isaac, like random baseball players' stats. It's bad at remembering song names. Like I know songs, but I don't know names very well. Like when you learn like a few hundred players every year in the draft, like at least like 100 and probably more like 200. It's like that's 200 things, like 200 songs I can't remember. You know,
right?
There's only so much space.
So you
like when you have Darian Pendergrass in your head, that's a song. That's a song that's not going to be remembered.
See, that's why Slater DeBrune, you get both. You get
That's
the artist and the player.
But do you know a song name by Lil Slay?
I want to say like I was looking at it like "Gone Soon" or something like that. Let me pull that up.
I'm gonna pull it up because I did pull up his page the other day.
I sent you
his most
on
streamed
Instagram.
song is called "Find Me a Bar." The guy is 18 years old. What kind of bar are you talking about?
Maybe
Maybe it's like
rap.
a baseball bat reference. Instead of like
Yeah.
calling it a bat, he calls it a
Hopefully
bar.
it's a barbell and he's talking about the gym.
Or like a bar while you're rapping.
That's it. But it's
Gotcha.
more like poppy. It's like pop kind of music. Oh, we got Lil Slay on the special guest, Lil Slay. Imagine some Rockies fans might pop in for like 5 minutes and we'll be talking about the most niche thing of all time. And they're like, what?
Nobody
Definitely
knows the
talking
local
about
ESP.
We need Lewis's Spotify Wrapped at the end of the year. Because
Oh,
there's a
no.
chance Lil Slay is going to be.
Lil Slay is gonna. I'm one of the first
You're
lyrics
gonna
is
be-
"Find me a bar somewhere downtown." So I don't think he's talking about.
I mean, they got urban gyms. He might be just trying to go hit the gym and walk around the city.
Right?
Oh, I turned the broadcast off, so I don't know if they put on there earlier that they were taking a break.
Yeah,
But-
it's not started yet.
So they must be. Yeah, they want us to sit here for forever.
This
pretty much.
is kind of
okay.
crazy because he's just talking about drinking in the song.
Wait, guys, actually, there is an hour-long break.
It's an hour?
Yeah, it resumes at 4:10 Eastern.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna be here all night.
They just spoiled our plan of
Doing the 11th.
trying to get pick 11.
How long do you think that would have taken us if you didn't look it up right there?
I think at least another 10 minutes to be like, wait, this. But then it
I would've
would
been on
turn
that
into a
last Lil
guest.
Slay song.
Yeah, we listened to the whole discography of Lil Slay in that time. But I feel like what ends up happening with that is you're always trying to logically guess and be like, oh, I bet they started at 3:30 Eastern time. That seems like a normal time to restart. But I guess they were programming an hour into it. So whenever that last pick hit, they're like, all right, boys, you got an hour.
Gosh.
They have to speed it up, right? They have to be done before the home run derby, right?
Oh, dude, that's crazy. They have an hour and 50 minutes once the draft restarts till the home run derby.
Oh, weird.
I don't know that they're going to be able to do that, to be honest.
They don't.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I got time. I just Aaron McBride time zoned.
Oh.
Not an hour 50, 2 hours or 3 hours and 50 minutes. My bad. So they'll get done, but
The three of us.
Isaac, are you down to run the MILB pod? I'll make the rundown within the hour and then run it when the draft is back on. And then as the picks come in, I'll make the graphics. But we'll be talking about MILB.
Hold on. I'm going to be on my phone for a second. Because I made plans with people and I want to see if they canceled. If they canceled on me, then we can. If they didn't cancel on me, then
I'm stuck here
I
doing
don't
these
know.
graphics alone.
hey, I'm gonna take this hour break and then I'm gonna. I got this recap that I gotta finish.
Are we hopping
delaying
back
the
on a
recap.
live or not?
I don't know. They
Wait.
might have taken the wind out of our sails with that.
Dude, they make it they take away day 3, but they essentially make a day 3 by giving us an hour break.
Yeah, I don't really like that so much. I mean, it's fun to wake up and then have 10 more picks on day 3. But also, I guess here's something that's kind of funny to think about. Not funny, but cool actually, is that this might be time where teams actually call some because a lot of high school players, like I said, round 11 is where they go. This might be a time that they're kind of hitting the phones a little bit too, getting a chance to reset and be like, hey, so I mean, because they probably don't make that decision until the day of. the team. Like they might have an idea of like, oh, we could get this guy for 800,000, but they might not make the decision that we're going to take that guy. So player might be like, actually 850. They're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah, because Gregory Trey Alford.
Yeah, he was
drafted last year, 11th round.
Yeah, 11th. Let's pull up. This is our final piece of content for the day, or at least on this part of things. 2024 first round. 11th round. Got to try to find it. Okay. Round 11 last year. There was, Trey Gregory Alford signed for $2 million. You had a couple guys signed for $650. Not like big prospects. And then a guy at the end signed for $500. Or two guys signed for $500 at the end. So there's a handful of high school guys that'll go.
Who did the Rockies draft last year, 11th round?
Alan Espinal.
He had 2 runs in there, night, like last night.
Did he?
Yeah.
He's starting to figure it out a little bit, but we'll see. Yeah. He's one of those guys who I bet sticks around for a long time as like a backup catcher, and then maybe turns into like a coach or something like that.
Like EJ.
That was in the scouting report.
EJ Andrews Jr., who's now like a coach for the Cubs.
Oh, did he actually retire? No, he's in Spokane right now.
Yeah,
or is it AJ?
Oh, AJ Lewis.
AJ Lewis. He's a Cubs coach.
Yeah, that dude's gonna have a good career actually. So, like good coaching.
And wasn't he like ahead of like the MLB like Player Alliance too, or something like that?
Yeah, some minor league group kind of like that. But all right, I'm gonna hop off for now. If you guys want to, if you're able, beginning around 11, we could maybe get back on here. Although we would not be able to get any viewers. They'd be like, "Nah, screw that."
Probably got to the MILB recap. So let me know, Isaac, if you're down for that. I can create the rundown pretty quickly. Just shoot me a text or something.
Okay, I'll shoot you a text. Okay.
I'll just start listening to Lil Slay. Then if we come back on, I'll tell you guys about it.
Alrighty.
And with that, it's time to hang up the